Their biggest rival in Cy Fair ISD in the Cy Springs Panthers does not get much bigger than this, Metco.
It does not, and Cy Springs knows what it takes to make the playoffs. They've been there the last 2 seasons. You said Cy Lakes going for their first ever playoff appearance, but last week for Cy Lakes sure felt like a playoff game. What a contest against Langham. That defense for Lakes last week, that was something else, and then they found the offensive motors in the second half to get the job done, to work themselves into this situation tonight. If Lakes did not win last week, Metco would not be here for Big Game Friday.
Not even be considered, and a special thanks to Ronald Patton and everyone at Cy Fair ISD for allowing us to cover this game on such short notice. But one of the big items that we got to get through first, Metco, is the injury report, and Cy Springs will be without one of their major players, and that is going to be the all-around athlete Paris Melvin Jr. He is down there in street clothes right now. No official word on what the injury is, but it's enough to keep him out of this game. And Cy Springs, by the way, not out of the playoff picture. They need a win tonight plus a Langham Creek loss to Cy Ranch tomorrow to clinch a playoff spot. So not really in control of their destiny as much as Cy Lakes is, but still, that's a big piece missing for Cy Springs tonight.
Well, for the Panthers, we are going to see Miles Hamilton starting quarterback tonight. We did not see him in the game that we did a few weeks ago. It was the Paris Melvin Jr. show, and what a show he put on, running the ball and throwing the ball. There's a reason why he's going to go play for Willie Fritz at U of H next season. So it'll be up to Hamilton tonight. I'm going to be interested to see how much of Yogi Martin we see this evening. Martin's going to have to be a key factor in this one with the loss of the speed to Melvin. Number 5 probably going to get more than a few touches than he normally would here this evening.
So it'll be interesting to see what Martin does. But on the other side of things for Cy Lakes, they're about as healthy as can be, and they got a pretty good 1-2 punch in terms of the quarterback and running back spot. We saw it last week, Metco. Jimmy Alarcon, he's the senior quarterback. He's the leader of this team. That's not to take anything away from Theo Fields, a very strong running back for this Cy Lake squad.
Both those boys combined put up some numbers in that second half. It was great to watch them. The wide receivers were very important last week, too. Courtney Lewis had a good game. So did Josh Williams. But don't underestimate this defense if you're Cy Springs, because Cy Lakes D came to play last week against Langham Creek. We mentioned that. Guys like Deshaun Butler, Khalil Costello, the linebacking core was so on point against Langham. Something tells me Cy Springs is going to have their hands full tonight trying to contain the linebacking core of Cy Lakes.
So a big game tonight. Again, the playoff scenario is as such for the final seed in 16-6A. There's currently a 3-way tie for it. Langham Creek also involved. Everyone is at 3-3. Cy Lakes wins, they are in by virtue of beating both Langham Creek and Cy Springs. If they lose, Cy Springs then waits to see what happens tomorrow between Cy Ranch and Langham Creek. If Cy Springs wins, they need Langham Creek to lose tomorrow. If Cy Springs wins and Langham Creek wins, then Langham Creek gets the final playoff spot. You got all that down, Metco?
I'm impressed you memorized all that. That's well done, Bob.
So there you go. That's what's at stake tonight as we get ready here on this special edition. It's not really Thursday Night Lights. It's Friday Night Lights on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team. Coming up next, we've got our visit with each head coach, O.G. Fagan for Cy Springs and Tyrone Carter from Cy Lakes. This is the pregame show here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the Collette King Team with REMAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate expertise right here in your community. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. Because with the Collette King Team, it's more than real estate. It's about giving you the attention and care you deserve. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team.
Veteran owned and operated since 2003, Fire Reconstruction Inc. is the top choice for restoration services to commercial and residential properties caused by fire, water, storms, and mold. They handle the entire process from structure repair, roofing mitigation, packing out, storing, and cleaning contents to give you peace of mind. Fire Reconstruction Inc. has been vetted and are preferred vendors of most insurance companies and is a local business that supports the local community. Visit their website at fri24-7.com or give them a call at 281-859-3999. Fire Reconstruction Inc. Better than before.
Hello, Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is your go-to place for wrapping, packing, and shipping. When you need UPS, FedEx, US Mail, or DHL, we'll find the most affordable and reliable option to meet your needs. Looking for notary or private mailbox, maybe holiday gift wrapping? We've got you covered. Find us at 7710 Cherry Park Drive, right in the heart of Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is here for you. Packed with care, we'll get it there.
When Houston needs glass, Houston calls Northwest Glass and Mirror. From custom shower doors to sleek mirrors, from residential windows to commercial storefronts, we do it all with expert craftsmanship and hometown care. Family owned, trusted for over 40 years, and always standing behind our work. Northwest Glass and Mirror. Quality, clarity, and service you can see. Call today or visit us online. Northwest Glass and Mirror, Houston's clear choice.
Have you noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in Texas.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the UIL, are the 825,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Texas. And so, we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible. Because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
Welcome back into the pregame show here on this special Friday night edition of the Varsity Wires Radio Network presented by the Collette King Team. Pregame show rolls on. It's a big one tonight for Cy Lakes. It's win and you're in. For Cy Springs, it's win, get a Langham Creek loss tomorrow to Cy Ranch and their end. Needless to say, a lot on the line in tonight's game as far as the playoffs are concerned. And as we continue along the pregame show, we've now got the head coach of Cy Lakes, Tyrone Carter, here with us. And Coach Carter, you came in here with a mission to turn this program around, to put the stereotypes of Cy Lakes football behind you and turn over a new page for this program. Just the opportunity, winning your end tonight, to do that just shows how far this program has come. What is it like just to be on the precipice of some history here tonight?
Man, it's a great opportunity. You know, our kids deserve to be in games like this at this time of the year. Everybody's excited. I mean, they're confident. The community, I received several messages today from coaching friends and from administrators just excited. You know, actually, an administrator stopped me in the hallway. You know, he's been at Cy Lakes probably 14 years, and he's just excited for the pride and the success that we're having and the culture change in the school. And it's just an amazing time to be a Cy Lakes Spartans right now.
When you look at everything that all the weight that this game does carry tonight, how do you as a coach approach this with your players to not get too overhyped, too much diving into the possibility, but keep them level-headed enough to where they can still play some good football against a good opponent in Cy Springs tonight?
Well, you know, my message all week to the kids has been, man, every play has a life of its own. You know, I took a book out of Nick Saban's page and just like live every play as it's the last play that you're ever going to play, and after that play's over, let's do it again. And our kids have taken ownership in that. You know, they talked about it at our pregame walkthrough during the athletic period, and I got ready to break them out, and one of the kids said, "Coach, every play has a life of its own." And I said, "Yes, it does." And so that's just been our approach. You know, our approach all year has been one game at a time, 1 week at a time, and that's how we're approaching this game. You know, Cy Lakes, Coach Fagan and his staff do an unbelievable job of preparing their kids to play. So I know it's going to be a really good football game, and we're up to the task.
When you talk about Cy Springs, you know, they're a team that kind of has a similar story to y'all in a way. They struggled for a long time. Now, the last couple years they've gotten into the playoffs after having just one appearance in their previous, I think it was 20-something years before that. So they kind of have been in a similar spot, making the playoffs the last 2 years. Is there anything you see in them from their story the last 5 years or so trying to emulate to now upend them, or are you more focused on just writing your entire own story here?
Man, in all transparency, man, I called Coach Fagan about 4 weeks ago and just kind of talked to him. And like, Coach, I know you're in year 5 of your program and you got it turned around and got everybody rolling in the right direction. Like, what was the difference? Like, how year 1 and year 2 go? And he gave me some advice and just told me he's like, T, just stick to your plans, stick to your processes, and things gonna happen. He's like, you're doing an amazing job over there. You know, being in Cy Fair has been amazing, man. There's a lot of support. You know, that one game that you play the person on the opposite sidelines, that, you know, you both want to win, but after that's over, like, we're in it for each other, try to help each other get better and try to move forward. You know, I actually was the offensive coordinator at Cy Woods when Coach Fagan beat us to make the playoffs. So I got to see it from the other side and see, you know, what he was able to do with his kids. And, you know, I'm just trying to write our own story here at Cy Lakes. You know, these kids have worked unbelievably hard since I got here. You know, our administration has let me do some unbelievable things to get us rolling in the right direction, and it's been good. And so we're excited. Like I said before, we're excited to be in this position tonight.
Offense and defense for Cy Springs. Let's get to the X's and O's of this game a little bit. What do they do well schematically? What makes them a tough team to take on?
Defensively, man, they show you a lot of different looks. You know, they line up in a 4-man front or a 3-man front. They play man, they play zone, they mix it up, and then they're going to bring in pressure. So they do a lot of good things. Zane Brown, the defensive coordinator over there, does a really good job of mixing up to try to keep you confused and keep you on the balls of your feet. And then offensively, man, they're multiple spread, man. They try to get the ball in their playmakers, and they got speed. They got speed for days. You know, they won the 4x1 last year at the state championship, the best in the state, and all those kids came back and they play on this football team, which is something that we have to worry about and that we've been preparing for all week. You know, just try to corral them because they're going to try to run the football and then try to take their shots over the top.
Sum it up for me, Coach. Biggest keys to a Cy Lakes playoff appearance for the first time in school history tonight.
Man, run the football and play good defense. We do that, then you're going to see us happy at the end of this football game. And there's a lot of Spartans that's going to be excited because history is going to be made tonight.
Coach, appreciate your time. Best of luck tonight.
Thank you.
Tyrone Carter, head coach of Cy Lakes. We'll continue with the pregame show in a moment here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the Collette King Team with REMAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate expertise right here in your community. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. Because with the Collette King Team, it's more than real estate. It's about giving you the attention and care you deserve. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team.
Veteran owned and operated since 2003, Fire Reconstruction Inc. is the top choice for restoration services to commercial and residential properties caused by fire, water, storms, and mold. They handle the entire process from structure repair, roofing mitigation, packing out, storing, and cleaning contents to give you peace of mind. Fire Reconstruction Inc. has been vetted and are preferred vendors of most insurance companies and is a local business that supports the local community. Visit their website at fri24-7.com or give them a call at 281-859-3999. Fire Reconstruction Inc. Better than before.
Hello, Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is your go-to place for wrapping, packing, and shipping. When you need UPS, FedEx, US Mail, or DHL, we'll find the most affordable and reliable option to meet your needs. Looking for notary or private mailbox, maybe holiday gift wrapping? We've got you covered. Find us at 7710 Cherry Park Drive, right in the heart of Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is here for you. Packed with care, we'll get it there.
When Houston needs glass, Houston calls Northwest Glass and Mirror. From custom shower doors to sleek mirrors, from residential windows to commercial storefronts, we do it all with expert craftsmanship and hometown care. Family owned, trusted for over 40 years, and always standing behind our work. Northwest Glass and Mirror. Quality, clarity, and service you can see. Call today or visit us online. Northwest Glass and Mirror, Houston's clear choice.
Have you noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in Texas.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the UIL, are the 825,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Texas. And so we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible, because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
Welcome back into the pregame show, continuing our countdown to a big one. Cy Lakes and Cy Springs tonight, final game of the regular season for both teams. Cy Lakes, if they win, they're in. Cy Springs, if they win, and Langham Creek falls to Cy Ranch tomorrow, they are in. And as we continue along the pregame show here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team, we're going to talk with the head coach of Cy Springs, O.G. Fagan. Coach, you don't quite control your own destiny entirely, but you can take a very big step towards your postseason aspirations with a win tonight. Just what does it mean to be, coming from when Cy Springs struggled so much before you got here, to be, or to have a chance to make the playoffs for a third consecutive year after this team made the playoffs just once in its prior years before that?
Yeah.
What does that mean to be in this position yet again at the end of the season?
Man, it's extremely special. It's a credit to what these kids have accomplished here since we've been here. 3 years in a row to have a chance to be in the playoffs and to be coming off back-to-back playoff appearances and to have clinched, this senior class has clinched the first senior class ever to have back-to-back winning season with 6 wins already. So only thing we're focused on tonight is what we control, right? So we're in a playoff game tonight, so we got to go out here and handle business against a really, really, really tough game, scrappy Cy Lake squad.
When you look at Cy Lakes and your counterpart across the way and Tyrone Carter, the head coach over there, do you see some of what you went through 3-4 years ago, putting this team together and digging them out of their hole to what he's doing with Cy Lakes? Because there was a time when Varsity Wires first started. I mean, the two, to put it bluntly, the two punching bags of the district were Cy Lakes and Cy Springs. And that's not the case anymore. You're kind of ahead of Coach Carter with what he's doing now with what you did 3 years ago. What kind of similarities do you see in what they're going through right now that you went through yourself?
Well, I mean, the kids are similar. I mean, the communities are right next door to each other. But I see the work that Coach Carter's put in. I mean, when we got here, we had to teach the kids how to win, and I see Coach Carter doing that. I mean, they are learning how to fight out adverse situations. I've seen them being down and coming back. So I see all the things we had to teach our kids, because when you lose for a long time, what tends to happen when you take over a program like this in Lakes is that when one bad thing happens and everything starts snowballing and gets away from you because you just don't have that belief. But I see Coach Carter's instilled that belief in these guys, and they're starting to turn that corner.
When you look at Cy Lakes, let's talk about tonight's game from an X's and O's standpoint, offensively, defensively, schematically. What do they do well? What has made them successful this year that makes them hard to play against?
Well, I mean, they got a record-breaking quarterback who's probably thrown for the most yards in school history and most touchdowns in school history, and they got some dynamic kids on the perimeter that could do some things with the ball. So, right then and there, you know, that you have to control their offense, limit their possessions, you know. And then defensively, you know, they're probably one of the top defenses in our district. So you're playing against a team that is trying to figure it out, that's trying to learn how to cross over, and we're trying to make sure that we continue to play championship pedigree type football here at South Springs.
Final question for you, Coach. If you could sum it up for me, what are the biggest keys to victory for Cy Springs tonight?
For us, it's protecting the football, and if we can get a couple of turnovers, and then if we can control the clock tonight, we'll have a chance to walk away with the victory tonight.
Coach, appreciate your time. Best of luck tonight.
Thank you.
O.G. Fagan, he is the head coach of Cy Springs. We'll take a break here on the pregame show. More coming up on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the Collette King Team with REMAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate expertise right here in your community. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. Because with the Collette King Team, it's more than real estate. It's about giving you the attention and care you deserve. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team.
Veteran owned and operated since 2003, Fire Reconstruction Inc. is the top choice for restoration services to commercial and residential properties caused by fire, water, storms, and mold. They handle the entire process from structure repair, roofing mitigation, packing out, storing, and cleaning contents to give you peace of mind. Fire Reconstruction Inc. has been vetted and are preferred vendors of most insurance companies and is a local business that supports the local community. Visit their website at fri24-7.com or give them a call at 281-859-3999. Fire Reconstruction Inc. Better than before.
Hello, Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is your go-to place for wrapping, packing, and shipping. When you need UPS, FedEx, US Mail, or DHL, we'll find the most affordable and reliable option to meet your needs. Looking for notary or private mailbox, maybe holiday gift wrapping? We've got you covered. Find us at 7710 Cherry Park Drive, right in the heart of Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is here for you. Packed with care, we'll get it there.
When Houston needs glass, Houston calls Northwest Glass and Mirror. From custom shower doors to sleek mirrors, from residential windows to commercial storefronts, we do it all with expert craftsmanship and hometown care. Family owned, trusted for over 40 years, and always standing behind our work. Northwest Glass and Mirror. Quality, clarity, and service you can see. Call today or visit us online. Northwest Glass and Mirror, Houston's clear choice.
Have you noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in Texas.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the UIL, are the 825,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Texas. And so we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible, because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
Cy Springs taking the field here at Cy Fair FCU Stadium through the smoke in the tunnel. And Cy Lakes follows suit out of their tunnel. Again, the Spartans trying to clinch their first ever playoff spot in school history. Cy Springs trying to make it to the playoffs for the third time in 3 years. And as we continue along, Zach Babb alongside Jason Metco. Jason, we've said it ad nauseum already. It's a big one tonight, but the pressure, who do you say has more pressure right now? The team that's trying to make it for the third straight year after making it once in their previous 20-plus, or the team that's never been there before?
In some respects, I feel it's a little bit of both, but I would say Cy Springs, mainly because I don't think many people had Cy Lakes making the postseason, and I don't think many people had Cy Lakes beating Langham last week. So you've got both of those. You're essentially playing with house money right now if you're Cy Lakes. So I would say both teams a little bit equal in some respects, but if I had to lean one way, I'd say Cy Springs has a little more pressure on them here tonight.
Both teams out of their tunnels, heading towards the sidelines. National anthem still just about ready to get going here, so we will take our final pregame break. This has been the pregame show here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the Collette King Team with REMAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate expertise right here in your community. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. Because with the Collette King Team, it's more than real estate. It's about giving you the attention and care you deserve. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team.
Veteran owned and operated since 2003, Fire Reconstruction Inc. is the top choice for restoration services to commercial and residential properties caused by fire, water, storms, and mold. They handle the entire process from structure repair, roofing mitigation, packing out, storing, and cleaning contents to give you peace of mind. Fire Reconstruction Inc. has been vetted and are preferred vendors of most insurance companies and is a local business that supports the local community. Visit their website at fri24-7.com or give them a call at 281-859-3999. Fire Reconstruction Inc. Better than before.
Hello, Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is your go-to place for wrapping, packing, and shipping. When you need UPS, FedEx, US Mail, or DHL, we'll find the most affordable and reliable option to meet your needs. Looking for notary or private mailbox, maybe holiday gift wrapping? We've got you covered. Find us at 7710 Cherry Park Drive, right in the heart of Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is here for you. Packed with care, we'll get it there.
When Houston needs glass, Houston calls Northwest Glass and Mirror. From custom shower doors to sleek mirrors, from residential windows to commercial storefronts, we do it all with expert craftsmanship and hometown care. Family owned, trusted for over 40 years, and always standing behind our work. Northwest Glass and Mirror. Quality, clarity, and service you can see. Call today or visit us online. Northwest Glass and Mirror, Houston's clear choice.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Texas needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Timeout. All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
National anthem underway and done here at Cy Fair FCU Stadium. The flag's coming off the field, and we're just about ready to get a very big game underway. History on the line for Cy Lakes, and a little bit of history, too. That's not to take away from Cy Springs. The buildup has been, can Lakes do this in a lot of corners? But this is also something that Cy Springs has never done, make the playoffs in 3 consecutive years. You got to remember, from when they opened in the 90s until 2022, they had just 1 playoff appearance ever, and it came in 2003. So for both of these programs, there's a lot to play for tonight.
It is a playoff game. Atmosphere, it will feel like a playoff game, and essentially, like you said, Zach, earlier, it is win and you're in. More so for Cy Lakes. Cy Springs needs a little bit of help. We'll see if that plays out tomorrow, if Cy Springs wins the contest here tonight. I found it very fascinating when you were talking with Cy Lakes' head coach Tyrone Carter, saying that he reached out to Coach Fagan and just picked his brain and said, hey, I know you've been in a similar circumstance than we have. I'm trying to learn. Can you give me a little bit of help? And Coach Fagan was more than obligatory to do that for him, and clearly those conversations, I'm sure that Coach Carter's had more than just that one with Coach Fagan, but this is his only second year, and to be able to get his team to this point, a win and you're in scenario, I think speaks volumes of what Coach Carter's been able to do this season.
Both teams meeting at the field for the coin toss here. Cy Lakes is the designated home team. They are in all red today. Cy Springs, on the other hand, rocking the white jerseys with the blue pants and the blue helmets. Pretty good color contrast matchup today as coin is in the air. And it looks like Cy Lakes has won the toss. We'll see if our official's mic is working this evening.
Cy Lakes has won the toss, elect to receive. Good luck, gentlemen. Shake hands.
So Cy Lakes wins the toss. They elect to receive, and they want to try and start this game off on a good note as both teams head back towards the sidelines. And again, the biggest news outside of obviously the playoff implications of this game is no Paris Melvin Jr. today for Cy Springs. He's their all-around athlete, plays both sides of the ball. Receiver, quarterback. He started at quarterback a couple games earlier this year. Not having him is a big loss for Cy Springs, and so that likely puts a lot more of the workload onto Yogi Martin, a very talented junior running back.
Very talented indeed. We did see him a couple of weeks ago go down with an injury. That really affected the Panthers' chances in that particular contest, but he appears to be all full steam here. But yes, a much heavier workload tonight than he would normally have, Zach.
Ball is teed up at the 40-yard line for Robert Heredia, the kicker for Cy Springs. Amiri Barnes and Theo Fields both back deep to receive for Cy Lakes. Opening kickoff is a skied short kick, going to be fielded at the 26-yard line by Cy Lakes, and trying to turn the corner and not getting very far, though a nice second effort will push him up to the 33-yard line. The up man with the decent return, that is going to be Aquarius Crowder. See the bands already getting into it between each other here, so that's kind of the atmosphere this game is carrying with it.
The bands are definitely ready, yes.
So here we go. Jimmy Alarcon and company for Cy Lakes trying to make some history here tonight. 7 seconds into this game, it's going to be a shotgun formation for Alarcon with Theo Fields, the running back, lined up to his right. 2 receivers on either side for a grand total of 4 as they run this spread offense. Cy Lakes does. We're going to send a receiver in motion. It's going to be a zone read handoff to Fields, trying to bounce to the outside, sheds a couple tackles and a third before he's finally pile driven out of bounds. Picks up a gain of about 3 to the 36-yard line from the 33, so could have been easily a loss on the play, Metco, but a solid second effort gets him a gain of 3 on the play, 2nd and 7.
Oh, I mentioned for the Panthers how good Yogi Martin's expected to be. We had fun watching Theo Fields run through green fields last week. Expect him to do the same here tonight.
Receiver screen to the outside. This one's going to be caught and then dumped at the 40-yard line. There's Aquarius Crowder. He got up to the 40. That's a gain of 4 on the play, and will bring up a 3rd and call it a short 3. Cy Lakes right back to the line here for their first 3rd down of the game. Cy Springs showing a little bit of pressure. One of the defensive linemen almost lining up in the neutral zone. And they back off now. Takes the snap. Alarcon going to throw an out route. Going to be caught tiptoeing along the sidelines and out of bounds at the 46-yard line is Courtney Lewis with the catch. Move the chains for the Spartans. .10:44 to play here in the opening frame. This time they bring in an extra running back into this set. Well, now they'll stretch him out here. That's Crowder going out to the left side of the line. Now it's the traditional 4 wideout look. Going to be another receiver screen. They get this one past the 50 and spinning out of an arm tackle there for a second, and then finally plastered down again is Lewis. He got up to the 48-yard line, and that's going to be a gain of 6. Brings up 2nd down and 4.
So you've got Alarcon, you've got Fields, you've got Lewis. They're all seniors. Chance to go to the playoffs. Their senior year. They're already making some big plays here early, Zach.
Kind of just taking what the defense gives them, Cy Lakes early here, just kind of dinking and doinking their way down the field off of these screen passes and short runs. Now they'll bring him in, bunch here, trips formation to the right side. Cy Springs' defense responds accordingly. This is going to be a swing pass, probably going to count as a run to Fields as that throw was well backwards, but Fields able to take it up to the 46-yard line, and that sets up another short 3rd down here on 3rd down and 2.
Well, they've already converted 1 3rd down to keep this drive going. 7th play of the drive here, Zach, and they've already killed off a couple of minutes. A great start here offensively for Cy Lakes.
5 receiver spread here on 3rd down and 2 for Jimmy Alarcon and company. They're going to send a man in motion. They're going to fake it to him. Alarcon, nice little head fake up the middle. He has the 1st down past the 40 to the 38-yard line. Alarcon with a nice little bit of dipsy-doodling for a gain of 8 on the ground. Move the chains again for Cy Lakes.
Well, we know Fields is the guy who can run it, but Alarcon with a good cut up the A-gap there, pushing that pile, and another 1st down, 2 for 2 on this drive in that department.
4 receiver spread again. Alarcon dropping back. He's going to sling this one down the field. There is a man there. It is incomplete. Intended target was Courtney Lewis.
Is it just me, or did that ball kind of look like it died once it made it towards Lewis, maybe 4 or 5 feet in front of him?
It seemed like it just hung up a little bit too long. It was kind of short. There is a bit of a breeze, but not one you'd expect for kind of how that ball moved. But nonetheless, incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10. Takes the snap, handoff. Fields met right at the line of scrimmage, and he's going to be pushed and trying still. Wow, Fields keeping those legs churning. He is refusing to go down and gets all the way to the 30. What should have been no gain turns into an 8-yard scamper by Theo Fields. Some powerful running.
Boy, how much you think these seniors want this one. Make this postseason push. A 2nd push and then a 3rd by Theo Fields. Well done, young man.
3rd down and 2, bunch formation here. It's going to be Fields as the quarterback. Hard count. Alarcon lined up as a wide receiver in this tight set here for Cy Lakes. On 3rd down and 2, they've 2 for 2 so far. Bad snap goes over Fields' head, and he just has to fall on it, and that is the first mistake of this game, really, for either team. And it turns a 3rd and 2 into a 4th and 13, and now Cy Lakes is going to have to see if they want to punt it here or go for it on 4th and long.
Boy, you would hate to see that drive end that way, but it does look like they're going to bring on the punting unit. Just a bad snap, and Fields, good for him for trying to make it back, but he lost about 10 yards, and it'll be 4th and long and a punt coming up here.
So the punting unit is on 4th down and 13. They spread them out quite a bit here. Now we get whistles and a timeout, I believe.
Delay a game. On the offense, number 16, 5-yard penalty, replay, 4th down.
So they didn't get the snap off in time, and that'll back Cy Lakes up a little bit more.
We'll say this about Cy Lakes, this being the 10th play of this drive, and it took more than 4 minutes off the clock. So in a lot of ways, it was a win, but you take away that 9th bad snap and probably keep playing here on this drive.
So now they'll line it up for the punt. And we get whistles, and now a timeout by Cy Lakes, or Cy Springs.
Timeout. Defense. First choice timeout of the game.
I'm not sure how you cannot be ready for a punt. Unless they're seeing something that Cy Lakes might do something crazy here, but it's 4th and 18. The ball's back near midfield. This is an obvious punt situation. Not too sure on that, Zach.
There were 4 Cy Springs coaches lined up in a row, standing about 5 yards onto the field of play, just staring down the rest of their team. So whatever it was, I think it was personnel related.
Well, I'll say this, whoever makes the postseason, whether it's one of these two teams, you cannot be doing those mistakes starting next week.
Punting unit comes back out again. Taking a while to get this punt off here on 4th and 18 from the 46-yard line in Cy Springs territory. It's looking like the Panthers are going to try and bull rush this thing. There's the snap. It's a good one. They pick up the blitz. The kick is high. It is a spiral. It takes a skip at the 15 and then a very favorable Cy Springs roll up to the 21-yard line. Josiah Donofrio Harris wisely letting it hop. And so Cy Springs will have their first offensive drive of the game against Sands Paris Melvin Jr., who is not active today. Instead, a lot of the workload will probably go to Yogi Martin, and we'll see what the quarterback Miles Hamilton, the sophomore, can do here.
I remember seeing Hamilton about a month ago. He was very mobile. He was not as mobile as Paris Melvin Jr. was. He can certainly make plays outside the pocket if he needs to. But yes, heavy doses of Martin expected here tonight.
7:01 to play in the opening quarter in a scoreless football game. Hamilton in the shotgun with Martin lined up to his left, a tight end in this set. They send one of the receivers in motion. Handoff, Martin nowhere. That is a sea of red meeting him in the backfield at the 19-yard line, loss of 2, and it brings up 2nd down and 12.
Tried a little bit of trickeration, but I think we all knew that it was going to go to number 5 in the first play from scrimmage. And clearly, Cy Lakes was ready for that. This defense that was so good last week versus Langham Creek. Can they do it again here tonight?
Might be what it comes down to in this game. 6.5 minutes to play here in the opening quarter. Hamilton takes the snap, play action. He's going to try and run it himself, and he does not get very far back to the original line of scrimmage at the 21 before he's wrapped up by a combination of Spartans, led that time by Daryl Shelton, the defensive tackle, a junior, and that brings up 3rd down and 10. Quick substitutions for both programs. Officials hold up the play while they like to make sure everything's finalized. Now with under 6 minutes to play here in the opening quarter, 3rd down and 10 for Cy Springs. Takes the snap. Hamilton going to throw. He's under pressure. Flag on the play. Bringing it up the middle. Plastered hard at the 24-yard line. That was Khalil Costello laying the hit on Miles Hamilton. But let's check the flag.
Hold it. On offense. Number 65, that penalty decline. Brings up 4th down.
Boy, Hamilton ran a lot just to pick up 4 yards. And remember in the pregame we were talking about the linebacking core of Cy Springs. Costello, that will back, answering the call yet again. A 3 and out. How about that for the defense of the Spartans?
Robert Heredia and company on to punt this one away for Cy Springs. In a game so far that has seen, assuming Cy Springs punts this one away, 2 traded punts, and that's it. Yet we're more than halfway done with the first quarter. A fast-moving first quarter here.
Well, it helps when one team goes 10 plays and runs more than 4 minutes off the clock.
There's the punt. It's an odd top spinner to the 40. It goes over and then lost. Where's the football? Cy Springs may have landed on it, and they did. Courtney Lewis lost track of it, and Cy Springs falls on it. Renard Walker comes up with the recovery.
Oh, Courtney Lewis has got to be the sickest man on the field right now. He was going for that. It kicked above his head, jumped back about 2 yards, and then as he was trying to pull it in, basically in a catcher's stance in la la baseball, the ball skidded to his right. He fell down, could not get back up, and a huge blow for Cy Lakes and a revitalization here for Cy Springs.
First down and 10 from the Cy Lakes 29-yard line for the Panthers. Now Cy Lakes' defense really needs some sort of stand here. Off the muff punt, 5:11 to play in the first quarter in a scoreless ball game. 2 receivers, 2 tight ends in this set. We get whistles and another timeout by Cy Springs. And
second choice timeout of the half.
O.G. Fagan is not a happy camper right now.
Yeah, he's already used 2, and we haven't even hit the under 5 here in the first. Your talk earlier tonight with Coach Fagan, one of the keys to victory was turnovers. Force one there. You're sitting pretty, but execution right now has not been there offensively. You took a timeout to start this drive. You catch a good break with the turnover, but then you have to take a timeout before the start of this quote-unquote second drive happens. Execution. Got to focus here for Cy Springs.
Panthers back on the field after O.G. Fagan got done very animated during that timeout. 2 tight ends and 2 receivers in this set for the Panthers. High snap over his head, going back, trying to stomp on it, and still being kicked around, and it goes out of bounds way back at the 46. I have never seen that in my life.
Clearly the centers are struggling here in this first quarter. And that time, Hamilton touched it not once, not twice, but 3 times. The third essentially went off one of his legs and skedaddled about 5 yards straight out of bounds. A big loss and a somewhat poetic win, I guess you could say, for Cy Lakes' D.
Goes down as a loss of 17. It's 2nd and 27. Another kind of high snap. They hand this one off to Martin, and he is going to lose another 3 yards. And so that'll bring up 3rd down and 30 for Cy Springs.
And after Coach Fagan just called that timeout, what happens on the next play? You lose 17 yards on a high snap. Execution.
So 3rd down and 30 is now dig into your playbook here for whatever this might be.
I know what it would be in NFL blitz, but I don't know if anyone plays that game anymore.
That's dating yourself a little bit.
Yeah, just a touch.
So here we go. Trips receivers are lining up almost as if it's going to be a Hail Mary of sorts. They send one in motion. Hamilton ducking, gets away from the first level, trying to run up to the second, sheds another tackle, still on his feet, and somehow Cy Springs is going to be in moderate field goal range here after a huge gain all the way up to the 31-yard line. That is a gain of 18 on the keeper by the speedy Hamilton, and now we'll see if they elect to go for it here or if they're going to kick a field goal, but it turned a 3rd and 30 into a 4th and 12.
I counted 4 missed tackles by the Spartans. You cannot have that on 3rd and a country mile.
And it looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field here. 3.5 minutes to play on 4th down and 12 here in the first quarter. They send Martin in motion. Hamilton throws, caught, but he's going to be wrestled down and short. Forward progress got him all the way up to the 20. He gained 11, needed 12, and Tyron Newton coming up with the tackle to force the turnover on downs.
Personal foul, roughing the passer.
Oh, no.
On the defense, number 23. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
And it's a roughing the passer call on Deshaun Butler. That extends the drive. They had him stopped on 4th and 1 or 4th and 12. Had him stopped a yard short. And instead, Cy Springs gets new life. 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, what have I said about execution already? Now it's plaguing both sides.
Been an interesting start to this game for both programs.
That's a good way to describe it. No one's really been clean with the football, save for Cy Lakes' first drive, and even that ended with a little bit of whoopsie-daisy.
Pistol formation here for Hamilton. Takes the snap. It's going to be a handoff and not getting very far. Maybe a gain of a yard on the play, if even that, for Yogi Martin.
Well, in some ways, they'll take that as a win, right? They didn't go backwards. They didn't commit a penalty. They didn't have a high snap. Coach Fagan's not having to use his 3rd timeout. He's already burned through 2, and we've still got 2 and essentially a half to go in this first quarter, Zach. What a wild first set of stanza here tonight.
It's been very wild. Neither team really playing their best football right now. This is going to be a rollout. Hamilton throws it on the run over the head of his intended target by just a hair. Looking that time for Jalen Barker. It was almost a perfect throw. It just went over the head of the defender and almost dropped it into a bucket for Barker, but no cigar.
Yeah, that was a rainbow one, and the only place that anyone could get to it, and that would have been Barker had he been able to have a little more of a hitch in the giddy-up. Now we got 3rd down and goal, and see if Cy Lakes' D can make another 3rd down stop.
They're getting loud here on the Cy Lakes sideline. Takes the snap. Hamilton throws this one. Fade route. End zone. Caught. Touchdown, Cy Springs. Jalen Barker, they went right back to him. 10-yard touchdown pass. And it's 6-0 Panthers.
Well, they went right with Barker on the last one. This time they send him out left, beat his man with plenty of room, and what a great little fade throw there from Hamilton. That is the best play that Cy Springs has ran. The touchdown notwithstanding, but 6 on the board here, and Springs is up.
Brady on for the extra point to make it a 7-0 ball game. Snap is down, kick is up, kick is on the way, kick is good. 2:19 to play in the first quarter, and the first points of the game belong to Cy Springs. It's 7-0 Panthers here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the Collette King Team with REMAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate expertise right here in your community. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. Because with the Collette King Team, it's more than real estate. It's about giving you the attention and care you deserve. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team.
.219 to play here in the first quarter, and Cy Springs is on the board first, 7-0.
A 7-play drive for Cy Springs. Technically their second drive after the muffed punt. When you add both of those events together, they covered 71 yards. That second drive went 29 yards. Took about 3 minutes off the clock, capped off by the 3-yard touchdown pass to Barker, Zach.
It's your Rapid Mailroom Drive wrap-up for the 7-0 Cy Springs lead here with 2:19 to play. It looks like Cy Springs lining up as if they're going to onside kick this thing. It's going to be a high kick again, short field. Oh, muffed again, and look out, diving on it is Cy Lakes. That was Aquarius Crowder, couldn't get a mitt on it at first, had to fall on it back at the 17-yard line.
Does the ball have some weird substance on it tonight? We've seen high snaps, muffed punts, muffed kickoffs. It's not like it's overly windy right now.
No.
We do have a south wind that is blowing into Cy Lakes' face as they move from left to right here, but maybe this is just nerves on both sides in some respects, knowing what's at stake here tonight.
There is a lot at stake for both of these programs, and like you said, Metco, maybe nerves playing a little bit of a factor. Takes the snap. Alarcon going to be a screen pass to the outside and not getting very far is Arquarius Crowder. He might be lucky just to get back to the line of scrimmage off that screen pass. Officially, they'll give him the 18, so a gain of a yard, 2nd and 9 upcoming.
Last drive was really good for Cy Lakes. They went 10 plays. They did have to punt thanks to a bad snap on the 9th, but they ran a good 3.5 minutes, almost 4 minutes off the clock.
Alarcon dropping back, throws it on the slant. That one's caught at the 30, and look out, 40, still going, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Cy Lakes. 82 yards. How about that from Davion Griffin, the sophomore, taking it to the house on the little post route?
Oh, that was quick, wasn't it? Post route wide open. Griffin just beats his man, and he was gone once he passed the 25, Zach.
Special teams unit on for the extra point. It's 7-6. With a $1:34 to play here in the first quarter. Snap is down, kick is up, the kick is on the way, and it is good. 1:34 to play here in the first quarter. We're all knotted up. 7-7 is your score. This is the Varsity Wires Radio Network presented by the Collette King Team. Veteran owned and operated since 2003, Fire Reconstruction Inc. is the top choice for restoration services to commercial and residential properties caused by fire, water, storms, and mold. They handle the entire process from structure repair, roofing mitigation, packing out, storing, and cleaning contents to give you peace of mind. Fire Reconstruction Inc. has been vetted and are preferred vendors of most insurance companies and is a local business that supports the local community. Visit their website at fri24-7.com or give them a call at 281-859-3999. Fire Reconstruction Inc. Better than before.
Well, after a bit of a slow start, and that's putting it mildly for both teams, both offenses have found the accelerator. We're tied at 7 between Cy Lakes and Cy Springs. Cy Lakes just tied it up, a 2-play drive, 83 yards, 42 seconds off the clock, capped off by an 82-yard touchdown pass into the hands of Davion Griffin. Zach, what looked to be a somewhat confusing opening quarter has now come out like lightning all of a sudden.
That is your Rapid Mailroom Drive wrap-up. And indeed, it is sloppiness turned into perfection for both teams, scoring 3 plays apart from each other. Here's the kickoff. It's a rocket into the end zone for a touchback. Cy Springs will have a 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line here, trying to retake the lead in a 7-7 ball game.
Why does it seem that every time we have a game together, we have some weird, wild stuff going on?
We've filled out the bingo card multiple times in the both and now the third game that you've filled in on.
Both sides of the bingo card, too. So, yes, your free spaces, everything have been filled.
Cy Springs will start here with a 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line after the touchback. Again, the quarterback is Miles Hamilton. No Paris Melvin Jr. today, dealing with an injury. Hamilton sends the tight end in motion from right to left, takes the snap, handoff, and trying to hit the seam is Martin, and he'll bowl over a couple defenders up to the 34-yard line, make it the 33. Solid gain of 8 that time at 2nd and 2.
Well, we've seen Hamilton been able to run it. Feel like this is Yogi's drive to try to get his.
Very talented junior running back in Yogi Martin. Certainly thinking with Melvin Jr. out tonight, they really need him to step up in a big way. They send the tight end in motion again from right to left. This will be another handoff, and once more it's Martin trying to bounce to the outside, getting free from a couple arm tackles for a gain of 3 to the 36. That's enough to move the chains for Cy Springs, 1st and 10.
Good second effort from Yogi Martin, lowering his center of gravity, grinding his legs and his feet forward to pick up that first down.
Final 30 seconds here of the first quarter. They're at least going to have to snap it one more time. It's about a 10-second difference between the play clock and the game clock. Quick pass. That one's going to be caught at the 40-yard line and tackled down at the 41 is Jalen Barker. And that may do it for the first quarter here at Cy Fair FCU Stadium. Second down and 5, and it looks like Cy Springs is content to let the clock run out here on quarter number 1. So we have played one, and nothing has even remotely been solved. It's 7-7 is your score. We'll take a break here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
Hello, Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is your go-to place for wrapping, packing, and shipping. When you need UPS, FedEx, US Mail, or DHL, we'll find the most affordable and reliable option to meet your needs. Looking for notary or private mailbox, maybe holiday gift wrapping? We've got you covered. Find us at 7710 Cherry Park Drive, right in the heart of Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is here for you. Packed with care, we'll get it there.
Second quarter just about ready to get underway here between Cy Lakes and Cy Springs. We are all knotted up, 7 apiece. In a game in which carries tons of playoff implications. Again, if Cy Lakes wins, they are in the postseason for the first time in school history. Cy Springs needs a win over Cy Lakes today, and then they need Langham Creek to lose to Cy Ranch tomorrow.
I'm still amazed you know all that without having it written down anywhere or on your phone. You just recite that from memory. That's why you are Zach Babb.
Second down and 5. And the tight end in motion again. Another handoff, and met right at the line of scrimmage is Martin. It was a couple of red jerseys that time, led by Deshaun Butler, and that will be no gain on the play. Actually going to be a loss of a yard. And we'll bring up third down and 6 for the Panthers.
Obvious passing down here, but as we've seen already, Hamilton can run a lot.
If he can't find any targets, he can tuck it and go, and he is more than capable of finding some extra yards in that fashion. Hamilton takes the snap here. He's going to keep it, rolls out, just chucks it down the field. There is a man down there. It is incomplete. Intended for Jalen Barker, who's kind of become the favorite target of Hamilton. Good coverage in the secondary that time from Isaiah Anderson. Or rather, not, it was Cameron Dumez, the junior defensive back, with the coverage that time. So fourth down and 6, and Cy Springs is going to punt this one away.
Well, they weren't able to score on that drive. Good start for Martin on the ground. Picked up 8, picked up 3, but that Cy Lakes defense, we keep talking about how good they were last week versus Langham Creek. They shut down the last 3 plays of that drive for Cy Springs.
Good snap. Heredia with a awkward kick. Took a kind of hit the side of his foot, and that will barely go anywhere. It goes out of bounds inside Lakes territory, but at the 38, making the 39-yard line. So some good field position to start here for the Spartans, looking to take advantage of it.
I feel like this game has had a lot of everything, and they're showing the moon here on the Jumbotron. It is a red moon. We recently had the Beaver Supermoon. Maybe a bad moon rising for one of these teams here tonight.
What's the science behind the red moon? Do you know offhand?
You're asking me a science question?
Just as long as you don't ask me any math questions.
That will not happen. I assure you of that.
11:02 to play here in the opening quarter. Alarcon with it for Cy Lakes. He's going to drop back to throw. Going to chuck this one down the field. There is a man there. It is incomplete. Great coverage that time. It was a beautiful throw. Intended target was, I believe, Courtney Lewis.
Cameron Robertson was all over them. Great coverage. Clean fight for the ball. And that was a beautifully thrown ball by Jimmy Alarcon.
So 2nd down and 10 after all that for Cy Lakes here. 10:54 to play in the 2nd quarter. Alarcon in the shotgun, takes the snap, going to be a play action under duress, gets the throw off to Lewis, who caught it and then gets folded up at the 50-yard line, gain of 11. That's a 1st down for Cy Lakes. Tackled on the play by Cameron Robertson. Not before Cy Lakes moves the chains as they sit here at midfield. 1st and 10. Alarcon back into the shotgun. 4 receivers, 3 of them on the right side of the line. Takes the snap, dropping back, pressure coming. Gonna zing this one down the field. Turning and catching it is Lewis. Out of bounds at the 26-yard line. Beautiful throw. Beats Robertson in coverage. And what a great ball placement there by Jimmy Alarcon, and a great job to just turn around and make the catch by Lewis.
Well, we mentioned earlier it was the Hamilton and Barker show. Well, looks like Cy Lakes has their own show tonight. Alarcon and Lewis getting it done on this drive.
Takes the snap. Alarcon again going to throw. He's going to look to Lewis again. There's the throw. It is off the hands of the defender and incomplete. Kind of thrown into a tight spot. Better coverage that time from Robertson.
Yeah, he has been having to cover Courtney Lewis on these last 3 throws. So clearly we know where the Cy Lakes offense is thinking about going, and that is number 1 in red. Can number 0 in white and blue continue to make these stops?
Looks like Lewis is going to check out of the game at least momentarily to catch a breather. Taking his place is Amiri Barnes, and Arquarius Crowder now lining up in his spot here. 4 receivers, takes the snap, going to be a handoff. Nice little burst of speed for Theo Fields up to the 22-yard line, where he gets flattened there, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
I feel this is 4-down territory, Mr. Babb. I don't know about you.
I would agree with you. Alarcon trying to get the play call in. Still has a lot of time to work with here. 16 seconds on the play clock.
And you got Lewis back in on the left side.
5 receiver spread, and Tyrone Carter flying in to call a timeout.
Timeout. Offense. 4 shots, timeout of the half.
So something Tyrone Carter saw he did not like. Came sprinting down the field to call a timeout, and so now both teams will talk this one over a little bit.
Gives everyone a chance to sort of settle down and think about what they've seen over the last 38 minutes of actual real time. And Zach, we have seen a little bit of everything. A miserable start, let's be honest, for both sides, with high snaps and muffed punts and just poor execution. But ever since we hit basically the 3-minute mark of the first quarter, both teams are doing a lot better. It's a much better disciplined approach, and we've seen nice balls thrown by both quarterbacks and both big wide receivers. For Cy Springs, Barker, and for Cy Lakes, Lewis, they have made some big plays here.
So on 3rd down and 6 here, Cy Lake's going to line it up. 5 receiver spread. Once again, Alarcon all by himself in the shotgun. They send a man in motion from right to left. Going to play action to him, rolling out, throws this one in the flat, sheds 1 tackle. He's got the 1st down inside the 10 and pushed out of bounds is Davian Ivey. Man, Ivey looked for a second like he was going to be hit in the flat, but was able to scamper free and pick up the big 1st down for Cy Lakes. 1st and goal now from the 9. Cy Springs makes a quick substitution. Checking out of the game is Aiden Gordon.
Tip of the cap to Cy Lakes, Zach. I think that's their 3rd down conversion, or 3 or 4 tonight.
Send a man in motion. Alarcon going to drop back to throw. Blitz coming, though, and he is in trouble, and he is going down. Sacked at the 15-yard line. It's a loss of 6 on the play. The blitz was coming from Cy Springs. couldn't pick it up before it fell apart, and Alarcon goes down for the first time tonight.
Yeah, couldn't pick up who made the tackle because there were 6 guys on in there. They rushed the 4-man front. 2 of the linebackers came in and helped out. Excellent job by the Cy Springs defense here.
8:40 and counting to play here in this second quarter in a 7-7 ball game. Second down and goal from the 15. Send a man in motion from right to left. Puts 3 receivers on that left side. Alarcon, play action. They're going to do a reverse here. They flip it over to Crowder, and Crowder is going nowhere. That reverse fooled nobody. It's a loss of 5 back to the 20 and brings up 3rd and goal from the 20.
So you've had a sack that's pushed you back. Now you've had a little bit of trickeration that's pushed you further back. It's still 3rd and goal, but now it's 3rd and 20 here for Cy Lakes, and I wonder what Coach Carter has in store here. Do you try to get half of it back and then take a field goal? Do you try half of it back to get a touchdown, or do you try to empty the playbook here and throw one in to get 6?
We'll see what Coach Carter has up his sleeves here. 2 tight ends and a running back in this set for Alarcon and company. It is going to be a pass, maybe a free play. There is a flag down. Alarcon hit as he throws. It's deflected through the hands of the defender. That was Jayshon Johnson that time. He could have had an interception.
Yeah,
Intended
but
target was Lewis.
Yeah, Lewis almost had it too on that deflection. Took a funny hop off of Johnson, but we do have a flag. I think this might have been offside against Cy Lakes here, or Cy Springs.
Illegal motion on the offense, number 2. That penalty decline brings up 4th down.
Oh, so illegal motion on Cy Lakes. That penalty is declined, and so now what do you do here if you're Cy Lakes? It's 4th and goal from the 20. See what Tyrone Carter wants to do if he's going to leave his offense on the field. And no, now he'll bring on the special teams unit.
Didn't we see Norris, their kicker, last week in warm-ups hitting some from 50?
Yep, he's got a pretty good leg, he does. Play clock down to 8. They may have to take a timeout here. And yeah, Tyrone Carter's going to whistle it, and he's not happy. Alarcon was actually lined up way out at the wide receiver spot. That was a little interesting. He might have been trying to dial up a fake, and Tyrone Carter not very happy at all after taking that timeout, having words with his team. So both programs have burned 2 timeouts before we even reach the halfway mark of the second quarter here.
Just goes to show that A, the stakes are very high, and B, it could be some nerves getting to both sides. I mean, if you're Cy Lakes, you had time to know what that 4th down play was going to be. Would it have been a field goal? Would it have been a fake? The play clock was not running down all that much. You did have time to line up as you wanted to, but clearly Coach Carter did not like what he saw. And you mentioned both teams with only 1 timeout. That's because Coach Fagan for Cy Springs burned his first 2 about the first 7 minutes of the game tonight.
Coach Carter still not exactly a happy camper at the moment.
Maybe they were going to do a fake. That would not surprise me, given Coach Carter's tendency to make stuff happen that's outside the box.
So this will be a 37-yard field goal off the right hash. Kicker is Norris. Trying to line it up here. Snap down, kick up. That kick has the distance. Does it have the accuracy? Yes. 37-yard field goal is good.
Boy, he could have made that from 50. Yes, he had a little bit of wind behind him, but that thing carried a good 20 yards past the goalposts. And 3 on the board here for Cy Lakes, and they got the lead back, Zach.
Yep, they do. 10-7 is your score. Spartans in front with 7:24 to play here in the first quarter on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, or the second quarter on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
When Houston needs glass, Houston calls Northwest Glass and Mirror. From custom shower doors to sleek mirrors, from residential windows to commercial storefronts, we do it all with expert craftsmanship and hometown care. Family owned, trusted for over 40 years, and always standing behind our work. Northwest Glass and Mirror. Quality, clarity, and service you can see. Call today or visit us online. Northwest Glass and Mirror, Houston's clear choice.
7:24 to play here in the second quarter in a 10-7 Cy Lakes lead. Sierra Norris to kick it off. We'll get you the Rapid Mailroom Drive wrap-up here in just a moment. Cy Lakes going to tee this one off from the 40-yard line. It is a high kick out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Well, Cy Lakes went 10 plays on that last drive, started with a lot of Lewis, but then finished off taking 3:38 off the clock. Norris comes in from 37, could have hit it from 50. It's a 10-7 lead for Cy Lakes. Win and you're in, Mr. Babb.
They are looking to do that for the Spartans, who have never made the playoffs in school history. They've come close a couple times, 5-5 seasons back in 2018 and 2019. Just couldn't get over the hump into the playoffs those years. But looking to do it here. The first time in program history. 7:24 to play here, and it's 1st and 10 from the 25 for Cy Springs. Hamilton takes the snap, going to be a handoff, and going nowhere is Martin. Folded up for a loss of a yard back to the 24. That's where forward progress got him to. And, you know, give credit to Cy Lakes' defensive front right now, Metco, because, and right as we say that, we have someone down, and I think
injury timeout.
Offensive lineman who is down on the play for Cy Springs, and so while they tend to him, we'll keep it right here. So it's Royce Lynch who's down. They tend to him, but it seems like he's okay as he'll pop to his feet and try and walk it off. But back to the defensive front of Cy Lakes. They've really not allowed any room for Yogi Martin to operate. He's had a couple decent runs, but otherwise been bottled up and kept relatively in check by this Cy Lakes defense.
Yeah, the last drive that Cy Springs had, he had a rush of 8, then he had a rush of 3, and then lost 2 yards, and he's lost 1 yard to start this drive. So that front four right now is Cy Lakes. Stout defense here, and we knew that Yogi Martin was going to have his name called a lot tonight. So far, so good stopping him, but you also got to deal with Miles Hamilton, who has an empty backfield right now, Zach.
Yep, 5-receiver spread. They're going to send one of the receivers in motion behind him. Fakes a pass, trying to turn the corner. Flag comes in, and he is spun out of bounds. Might be for another loss back to the 22, it looks like, but let's see what the flag is for. It was in the area that you usually see holding.
Well, if it is a hold, I'd say decline it because there was a loss of the play of about 4 yards.
See what they're talking to Tyrone Carter. He's going to, he's going to decline it.
On offense, number 65, that penalty decline brings up 3rd down.
So that would have been 2nd and 21, and instead you're going to get 3rd down and 13 out of it. So we'll trade the 7 yards essentially with the loss, and so 6.5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. 10-7 Cy Lakes, but Cy Springs looking at a 3rd down and 13. Sends a man in motion, takes the snap, drops back. They're going to throw this one out, trying to get the jailbreak screen here set up, and nothing happening for Jalen Barker. He'll get a gain of 2 up to the 24, but got plastered pretty quickly. 4th down and 11. Punting unit coming on for the Panthers.
Barker's made some great plays tonight, but he's also made a lot of them. And I think Cy Lakes is trying, or has done a very good job, especially the last couple drives, of limiting the touches of number 12. And yes, he did have a touch there, but that went nowhere.
Radion for the punt, excuse me. Back deep to receive is Courtney Lewis for Cy Lakes. It's a good snap. Spiraling punt, going to take a short hop at the 40 and continue to roll inside the 30. So a good hop for Cy Springs. It'll die at the 28-yard line, and with 5:27 to play here in this second quarter, that is where Cy Lakes will start this drive trying to add to their 3-point lead.
Well, they have scored on the last 2 drives, Zach. The last drive, they had the Norris 37-yard field goal. That took 10 plays and about 3.5 off the clock. The drive before that was a lot faster. The 82-yard touchdown pass to Griffith that only took 42 seconds. So far tonight, the drives have been there offensively for Cy Lakes. Question is, how much time do you want to try to run off the clock here? And if you're Cy Springs, you got to force a 3-and-out. You haven't been able to do that tonight.
So Alarcon and company back on the field here for Cy Lakes. Takes the snap. This is going to be a handoff on the reverse to the receiver, and he has a little bit of space before ducking out of bounds at the 34-yard line. That was Amiri Barnes, the man nicknamed Juice. Got up to the 34-yard line, so a gain of 6 on the play, 2nd down and 4. So we hit 5:22 and counting to play here in the second quarter, excuse me. Stacked receivers, 2 apiece on either side this time. It's going to be Alarcon on the zone read keeper, and he is going to lose a couple. Alarcon just couldn't. Would have been better handing that ball off. Maybe missed the read a little bit there. Forward progress will get him to the 33, so it's just a loss of a yard. It's 3rd down and 5.
Well, Cy Springs would love a 3-and-out. Like we said, they haven't had one tonight.
Alarcon in the shotgun again here. Fields lined up to his left, dropping back, throws it into the flat. That one's going to be caught very close to the 1st down marker. Let's see where they spot him. That is right at the marker. That was Aquarius Crowder, and they are going to move the chains here. A big 3rd down conversion for the Spartans.
3rd down efficiency tonight. Very, very key here. Cy Lakes has had a few of those to keep drives going, and they do it yet again with Crowder's catch.
4:45 to play here in the second quarter. Takes the snap, handoff, Fields, and hit hard in the backfield. He'll drop back to the 37. That's a loss of a yard. 2nd down and 11. Cy Springs read that play like a book.
Looks like Cy Lakes is having better opportunities tonight passing the ball than running it. Crowder keeping that drive alive. Running game has not been there for Fields yet.
2nd and 11. Blitz coming here for Cy Springs. They try and pick it up. They do for a moment. Alarcon still in trouble, though. He's trying to turn the corner to the outside and showing his speed. Gets up to the 43-yard line. So gets a gain of 6 out of almost nothing that time, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 5.
Feels like most of these 3rd downs tonight have been between 5 and 7 yards, so this should be almost routine here for Cy Lakes. Can Cy Springs force a stop?
They need one here. 4:05 to play in the second quarter. 10-7. Spartans in front. They send Fields in motion. They fake it to him. Alarcon going to have to throw it on the run. And it is well incomplete. The only reason that's not a intentional grounding is it looked like Amiri Barnes was in the area, but otherwise kind of a mess of a play there for Cy Lakes, and it looks like they're probably going to bring on the punting unit.
Well, Jalen Walton was full steam ahead going after the quarterback. Senior defensive lineman, big old boy, rushing him down, had no chance there. Cy Lake had no chance there to do anything with it.
So Norris on to send this one away here. Just a tick under 4 minutes to play. Norris gets it, punts it. That is a high flying shot, fielded at the 14-yard line. No fair catch called for, and dragged down back near the 10. Officially forward progress will get him to the 12. That was Gabriel Sampson on the return. Did not call for the fair catch, and Cy Lakes bottled him up very quickly. So it'll be a deep field here for Cy Springs to work with. 1st and 10 officially from their own 12.
Well, Cy Springs has not scored now in almost a full quarter, Zach. Last time they did was the result of a muff punt by Cy Lakes, and then Barker had the touchdown. Since then, the defense for Cy Lakes has been pitching a shutout. Can they do it again?
3:47 to play here before halftime. They're going to send a man in motion. Hamilton dropping back, throws this one over the middle. There is a man there, and what a catch! Leaping through the sky was Josiah Donofrio Harris, and then a flag comes in after the play. As it stands, a huge gain. Tyrone Carter not happy about the flag. Let's see what it's for.
It's a 27-yard catch. Harris full extension and then some. My goodness.
Tyrone Carter still pleading his case for whatever this call is going to be. The three of the officials are huddled at the 38-yard line discussing what this flag is going to be.
Foul, non-technical targeting, 15-yard penalty, first down.
And targeting added on to it against Cy Lakes. And so that will get it going all the way inside Cy Lakes territory at the 46-yard line. And Tyrone Carter still having a word with the head official.
I don't blame him. That situation, Harris is leaping up full extension, a good 2-3 feet off the ground. I'm not sure how the defender targets, if you catch my drift.
So a big break for Cy Springs, the big play plus the 15-yard penalty. Here's a handoff. Trying to turn the corner with a burst of speed is Martin. Dragged out of bounds at about the 38-yard line, so a solid gain of 8 that time. Brings up second down and 2.
Well, let's see if Cy Springs can capitalize on the mistake from Cy Lakes on that penalty. It's the best field position that Cy Springs has had since that first drive or that second drive of the contest in which they scored. Love to get one here before the quarter closes out and the half finishes.
And they do get the ball to start the second half. Cy Springs does, so they could really flip the script here with a touchdown. Hamilton, Cy Lakes showing blitz, and it's picked up off the handoff very well that time by the Cy Lakes linebacking core. Martin got nowhere. Gavin Barnes met him right at the line of scrimmage. It's third down and 2. Perfectly read with the blitz off the strong side that time from Cy Lakes.
We mentioned how good these linebackers are tonight. They sure are for Cy
times.
Lakes. Yeah.
So a big third down and 2 here for the Panthers. 2 running backs in this set. Takes the snap, handoff, and again he's not going to get anywhere. Martin once more goes down. This is a loss of 2, and it brings up fourth down and 4. And let's see what Cy Springs elects to do here. Kind of a no man's land, too far away for a field goal. You're not gaining much in the field position game if you punt.
I would say go for it.
They can take this to the 2-minute timeout, and I think that's what Cy Springs is going to do. It's about a half-second difference in favor of the game clock between game clock and play clock.
Lots to think about here.
A lot to think about as they do take it to the 2-minute warning, and we will take it as well here.
2-minute
10-7.
2-minute timeout.
Spartans, 2 minutes to play in the first half on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Texas needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
A big fourth down and 4 upcoming here for Cy Springs, who trail by 3 to Cy Lakes, 10-7 at the 2-minute timeout here in the first half. Cy Lakes is sending out their defense like they fully expect Cy Springs to go for it here. They're at their own, or at the Cy Lakes 40. And indeed, it looks like that's what's going to happen. Offense coming out of the huddle for the Panthers.
I'd be shocked if it goes to Yogi Martin.
It's been bottled up the last 2 plays. Tight end in this set, trips receivers to the left side.
Seen Barker make some big plays tonight. Maybe here on 4th and 4, he has the ball called to him again.
He's in the middle of that trip set on that left side. Hamilton in the shotgun. They're going to send Martin in motion, takes the snap, looking, zings it over the middle, but too tall, incomplete, and a big 4th down stop for Cy Lakes.
Now they were looking to Barker again. A little bit too high there on the throw from Hamilton. And this Cy Springs, the Cy Lake defense, which has looked good now for the better part of a full game and a half, stepping up yet again. Plenty of time here, Zach. You got 1:55. You got 1 timeout. The explosiveness of the Cy Lakes offense we've seen, they could easily put in 3, 6, or 7, or 8.
1:55 to play before halftime. Cy Lakes, again, will not get the ball to start the second half. They lead by 3. Alarcon going to send his receiver in motion. That's Crowder. Takes the snap. Blitz is coming, and now we get whistles and a flag. And might have been an illegal shift.
Legal motion on the offense. 5-yard penalty, replay, first down.
That's not the way you want to start a drive.
So that will back him up 5 yards to the 35-yard line and make it 1st and 15. .152 to play here. Play clock is not running right now, and I don't think anyone has noticed.
Except you and me.
And so we play on. This is going to be a handoff to Fields, and Fields' forward progress will get him to the 36, but that's it. It's just a gain of a yard. Clock continuing to burn.
You know, Cy Springs only has 1 timeout. It's got O.J. Fagan burned up 2 in about the first 7 minutes of the first quarter tonight.
So 2nd down and 14 here. With just under 90 seconds to play. Alarcon gonna fake the handoff, throws it, and it was tipped at the line. Falls harmlessly to the turf. Intended target was Lewis, but that thing never got beyond the 40 as Luke Reyes put a mitt on it. And now we have a
injury timeout.
Downed Panther. That was Cameron Robertson, who got a little tangled up with Courtney Lewis there and kind of went down awkwardly.
Those guys have been dance partners the entire night.
1:17 to play, and training staff surrounding him here in this first half, coming down towards the end of it. It's 3rd down and 14. And they will help him to his feet. And Robertson will walk off under his own power. Good to see, albeit a little gingerly.
I think in some respects, all these guys are at least a little gingerly. I mean, you've been doing 2-a-days since August when it was hotter than Hades outside. Now to get to this point where your season could either be extended tonight or possibly come to an end, you're going to lay it out on the line as hard and as passionate as you can. Just a testament to what these athletes go through.
So with 1:17 to play in the first half, it's 3rd down and 14 for Cy Lakes. Alarcon in the shotgun. Fields lined up to his right. Takes the snap. Blitz coming again. Alarcon having to spin out of the pocket. Looking, throws this one on the run. Well, incomplete, out of bounds. And so that makes things a little interesting here. A little bit of jawing back and forth between some of the linemen, but cooler heads prevailing. 4th and 14, and the special teams unit coming on to punt this one away, and Cy Springs still has a timeout, albeit not a lot of time. 109 minus whatever this punt will take. That could make things a little interesting here in a 10-7 ball game just before the half. Cy Lakes still in front.
Well, give credit to the Panthers D. That's now back-to-back drives that have ended in punts.
Here is the punt. It's a high kick. Going to take a skip at the 20 and keep rolling. And a favorable hop right at the last minute will have it die at the 9. So 91 yards in front of Cy Springs here. They trail by 3, 54 seconds to play in the second quarter. We'll see if they even really want to risk it down here, as the thing trying to go 91 yards with one timeout. If you make a mistake or something, you give a short porch to Cy Lakes, which you don't want either. So it'll be interesting to see what O.G. Fagan does here.
Very true, but on the flip side of that, if you're able to get down the field 20, 30 seconds at least to midfield with that one timeout, you've got a reasonable chance of getting 3 and tying the match before we go to intermission.
And Cy Springs does get the ball to start off the second half. So that does add to the allure of everything going on here. Hamilton, shotgun formation. Takes the snap. Going to be a handoff to Martin, who maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, and he'll get a yard on the play. 2nd down and 9. And we did get whistles, but no indication of a timeout. Unless there was. Well, the clock did stop. One of the officials is talking to. Oh, now they'll run the clock. So not sure what that was about.
Well, the Cy Springs coaching staff is talking things over with the officials.
And play clock down to 6, down to 5, and nothing is happening. And this has gotten very confusing. Play clock now hits 0. The game clock is still running. And now there's a flag on the play. So this is kind of a mess as they try and sort this out.
More events to check off on the bingo card of high school football in Texas with Zach Babb and Metcalf.
All the officials are huddled at the 5 discussing this.
There's that old adage in baseball. Every time you go to the ballpark, you see something new.
Yep.
I feel every time we've done a game, we've seen something new.
Yep, and it's kind of been that way every time you've been out here, Medco.
I don't mind it. It adds to the variety, but yeah, I'm not sure what this would be about. You're Coach Fagan. You were either going to just get out of here and get the ball back to start the second half down 3, or make a viable play to move it down, but not really sure what's going on. And now the officials are coming to the near sideline and talking things over with Coach Carter.
Still nothing from our white hat tonight on what this holdup is about. And we'll get whatever the call is.
All right. There will be a 10-second runoff from 48 seconds. So please put 38 seconds on the clock. The clock will start on the snap.
But a timeout wasn't called.
Yeah. That's still confusing me a little bit.
Are they saying that Martin was down with 48 seconds to go and they thought that 10 seconds should be taken off because by the time they'd be ready to go, it'd be down to 38?
I guess. Well, now the clock is running anyway, and I said the clock was going to start on the snap. It has already started, and we have not snapped it.
Cy Springs still needs to run a play here because the play clock is ahead of the game clock by 2 seconds.
This is a very interesting ending to the half.
Well, now Cy Springs is walking to the far sideline. They're not done yet. You still got to snap it one more time.
And Cy Lakes is heading off too, so I don't know. That was the weirdest ending to a half I've ever seen.
Have they just agreed, you know what, we've seen so much, we need halftime to think about what we've seen. Let's just take the rest of the quarter off.
Strange. So, after all of that, the half does come to its conclusion. 10-7, Cy Lakes leads it over Cy Springs. Halftime coming up here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the Collette King Team with REMAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate expertise right here in your community. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. Because with the Collette King Team, it's more than real estate. It's about giving you the attention and care you deserve. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team.
Veteran owned and operated since 2003, Fire Reconstruction Inc. is the top choice for restoration services to commercial and residential properties caused by fire, water, storms, and mold. They handle the entire process from structure repair, roofing mitigation, packing out, storing, and cleaning contents to give you peace of mind. Fire Reconstruction Inc. has been vetted and are preferred vendors of most insurance companies and is a local business that supports the local community. Visit their website at fri24-7.com or give them a call at 281-859-3999. Fire Reconstruction Inc. Better than before.
Hello, Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is your go-to place for wrapping, packing, and shipping. When you need UPS, FedEx, US Mail, or DHL, we'll find the most affordable and reliable option to meet your needs. Looking for notary or a private mailbox, maybe holiday gift wrapping? We've got you covered. Find us at 7710 Cherry Park Drive, right in the heart of Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is here for you. Packed with care, we'll get it there.
When Houston needs glass, Houston calls Northwest Glass and Mirror. From custom shower doors to sleek mirrors, from residential windows to commercial storefronts, we do it all with expert craftsmanship and hometown care. Family owned, trusted for over 40 years, and always standing behind our work. Northwest Glass and Mirror. Quality, clarity, and service you can see. Call today or visit us online. Northwest Glass and Mirror, Houston's clear choice.
Have you noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in Texas.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the UIL, are the 825,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Texas. And so, we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible. Because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the Collette King Team with REMAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate expertise right here in your community. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. Because with the Collette King Team, it's more than real estate. It's about giving you the attention and care you deserve. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team.
Veteran-owned and operated since 2003, Fire Reconstruction, Inc. is the top choice for restoration services to commercial and residential properties caused by fire, water, storms, and mold. They handle the entire process from structure repair, roofing mitigation, packing out, storing, and cleaning contents to give you peace of mind. Fire Reconstruction, Inc. has been vetted and are preferred vendors of most insurance companies and is a local business that supports the local community. Visit their website at fri24-7.com or give them a call at 281-859-3999. Fire Reconstruction, Inc. Better than before.
Hello, Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is your go-to place for wrapping, packing, and shipping. When you need UPS, FedEx, US Mail, or DHL, we'll find the most affordable and reliable option to meet your needs. Looking for notary or a private mailbox, maybe holiday gift wrapping? We've got you covered. Find us at 7710 Cherry Park Drive, right in the heart of Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is here for you. Packed with care, we'll get it there.
When Houston needs glass, Houston calls Northwest Glass and Mirror. From custom shower doors to sleek mirrors, from residential windows to commercial storefronts, we do it all with expert craftsmanship and hometown care. Family owned, trusted for over 40 years, and always standing behind our work. Northwest Glass and Mirror. Quality, clarity, and service you can see. Call today or visit us online. Northwest Glass and Mirror, Houston's clear choice.
Have you noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in Texas.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the UIL, are the 825,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Texas. And so, we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible. Because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the Collette King Team with REMAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate expertise right here in your community. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. Because with the Collette King Team, it's more than real estate. It's about giving you the attention and care you deserve. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team.
Veteran-owned and operated since 2003, Fire Reconstruction, Inc. is the top choice for restoration services to commercial and residential properties caused by fire, water, storms, and mold. They handle the entire process from structure repair, roofing mitigation, packing out, storing, and cleaning contents to give you peace of mind. Fire Reconstruction, Inc. has been vetted and are preferred vendors of most insurance companies and is a local business that supports the local community. Visit their website at fri24-7.com or give them a call at 281-859-3999. Fire Reconstruction, Inc. Better than before.
Hello, Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is your go-to place for wrapping, packing, and shipping. When you need UPS, FedEx, U.S. Mail, or DHL, we'll find the most affordable and reliable option to meet your needs. Looking for notary or private mailbox, maybe holiday gift wrapping? We've got you covered. Find us at 7710 Cherry Park Drive, right in the heart of Copperfield. The Rapid Mail Room is here for you. Packed with care, we'll get it there.
When Houston needs glass, Houston calls Northwest Glass and Mirror. From custom shower doors to sleek mirrors, from residential windows to commercial storefronts, we do it all with expert craftsmanship and hometown care. Family owned, trusted for over 40 years, and always standing behind our work. Northwest Glass and Mirror. Quality, clarity, and service you can see. Call today or visit us online. Northwest Glass and Mirror, Houston's clear choice.
Have you noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in Texas.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the UIL, are the 825,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Texas. And so, we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible. Because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the Collette King Team with REMAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate expertise right here in your community. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. Because with the Collette King Team, it's more than real estate. It's about giving you the attention and care you deserve. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team.
Veteran owned and operated since 2003, Fire Reconstruction Inc. is the top choice for restoration services to commercial and residential properties caused by fire, water, storms, and mold. They handle the entire process from structure repair, roofing mitigation, packing out, storing, and cleaning contents to give you peace of mind. Fire Reconstruction Inc. has been vetted and are preferred vendors of most insurance companies and is a local business that supports the local community. Visit their website at fri24-7.com or give them a call at 281-859-3999. Fire Reconstruction Inc. Better than before.
Hello, Copperfield. The Rapid Mail Room is your go-to place for wrapping, packing, and shipping. When you need UPS, FedEx, U.S. Mail, or DHL, we'll find the most affordable and reliable option to meet your needs. Looking for notary or private mailbox, maybe holiday gift wrapping? We've got you covered. Find us at 7710 Cherry Park Drive, right in the heart of Copperfield. The Rapid Mail Room is here for you. Packed with care, we'll get it there.
When Houston needs glass, Houston calls Northwest Glass and Mirror. From custom shower doors to sleek mirrors, from residential windows to commercial storefronts, we do it all with expert craftsmanship and hometown care. Family owned, trusted for over 40 years, and always standing behind our work. Northwest Glass and Mirror. Quality, clarity, and service you can see. Call today or visit us online. Northwest Glass and Mirror, Houston's clear choice.
Have you noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in Texas.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the UIL, are the 825,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Texas. And so we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible, because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the Collette King Team with REMAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate expertise right here in your community. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. Because with the Collette King Team, it's more than real estate. It's about giving you the attention and care you deserve. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team.
Veteran owned and operated since 2003, Fire Reconstruction Inc. is the top choice for restoration services to commercial and residential properties caused by fire, water, storms, and mold. They handle the entire process from structure repair, roofing mitigation, packing out, storing, and cleaning contents to give you peace of mind. Fire Reconstruction Inc. has been vetted and are preferred vendors of most insurance companies and is a local business that supports the local community. Visit their website at fri24-7.com or give them a call at 281-859-3999. Fire Reconstruction Inc. Better than before.
Hello, Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is your go-to place for wrapping, packing, and shipping. When you need UPS, FedEx, US Mail, or DHL, we'll find the most affordable and reliable option to meet your needs. Looking for notary or private mailbox, maybe holiday gift wrapping? We've got you covered. Find us at 7710 Cherry Park Drive, right in the heart of Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is here for you. Packed with care, we'll get it there.
When Houston needs glass, Houston calls Northwest Glass and Mirror. From custom shower doors to sleek mirrors, from residential windows to commercial storefronts, we do it all with expert craftsmanship and hometown care. Family owned, trusted for over 40 years, and always standing behind our work. Northwest Glass and Mirror. Quality, clarity, and service you can see. Call today or visit us online. Northwest Glass and Mirror, Houston's clear choice.
Have you noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in Texas.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the UIL, are the 825,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Texas. And so we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible, because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the Collette King Team with REMAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate expertise right here in your community. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. Because with the Collette King Team, it's more than real estate. It's about giving you the attention and care you deserve. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team.
Veteran owned and operated since 2003, Fire Reconstruction Inc. is the top choice for restoration services to commercial and residential properties caused by fire, water, storms, and mold. They handle the entire process from structure repair, roofing mitigation, packing out, storing, and cleaning contents to give you peace of mind. Fire Reconstruction Inc. has been vetted and are preferred vendors of most insurance companies and is a local business that supports the local community. Visit their website at fri24-7.com or give them a call at 281-859-3999. Fire Reconstruction Inc. Better than before.
Hello, Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is your go-to place for wrapping, packing, and shipping. When you need UPS, FedEx, US Mail, or DHL, we'll find the most affordable and reliable option to meet your needs. Looking for notary or private mailbox, maybe holiday gift wrapping? We've got you covered. Find us at 7710 Cherry Park Drive, right in the heart of Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is here for you. Packed with care, we'll get it there.
When Houston needs glass, Houston calls Northwest Glass and Mirror. From custom shower doors to sleek mirrors, from residential windows to commercial storefronts, we do it all with expert craftsmanship and hometown care. Family owned, trusted for over 40 years, and always standing behind our work. Northwest Glass and Mirror. Quality, clarity, and service you can see. Call today or visit us online. Northwest Glass and Mirror, Houston's clear choice.
Have you noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in Texas.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the UIL, are the 825,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Texas. And so we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible. Because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the Collette King Team with REMAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate expertise right here in your community. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. Because with the Collette King Team, it's more than real estate. It's about giving you the attention and care you deserve. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team.
Veteran owned and operated since 2003, Fire Reconstruction Inc. is the top choice for restoration services to commercial and residential properties caused by fire, water, storms, and mold. They handle the entire process from structure repair, roofing mitigation, packing out, storing, and cleaning contents to give you peace of mind. Fire Reconstruction Inc. has been vetted and are preferred vendors of most insurance companies and is a local business that supports the local community. Visit their website at fri24-7.com or give them a call at 281-859-3999. Fire Reconstruction Inc. Better than before.
Hello, Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is your go-to place for wrapping, packing, and shipping. When you need UPS, FedEx, US Mail, or DHL, we'll find the most affordable and reliable option to meet your needs. Looking for notary or a private mailbox, maybe holiday gift wrapping? We've got you covered. Find us at 7710 Cherry Park Drive, right in the heart of Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is here for you. Packed with care, we'll get it there.
When Houston needs glass, Houston calls Northwest Glass and Mirror. From custom shower doors to sleek mirrors, from residential windows to commercial storefronts, we do it all with expert craftsmanship and hometown care. Family owned, trusted for over 40 years, and always standing behind our work. Northwest Glass and Mirror. Quality, clarity, and service you can see. Call today or visit us online. Northwest Glass and Mirror, Houston's clear choice.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Texas needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Timeout. All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
What's the biggest myth about interscholastic performing arts? That you have to be the most talented or experienced to participate. The truth is, anyone can be a part of their school's performing arts. There are countless opportunities for students to participate, from theater, choir, and band to speech and debate. The bottom line, if you want to perform, there's a place for you.
This message presented by the NFHS and the UIL.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Texas. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Texas needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Timeout. All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Second half just about ready to get underway here at Cy Fair FCU Stadium. 10-7 is the score. Cy Lakes in front of Cy Springs trying to angle for that first playoff appearance in program history. They can clinch it with a win against Cy Springs. Playoff hope still alive. They need to win tonight and a Langham Creek loss to Cy Ranch tomorrow. Zach Babb alongside Jason Metco, we welcome you back here to Cy Fair FCU Stadium, just about ready to get the second half underway. And it was a sloppy first quarter that was followed up by a defensive-laden second quarter, Metco. And all told, it's been a low-scoring affair, 10-7 here, Cy Lakes, as we get the second half underway.
It has, Mr. Babb, and Cy Springs has the ball to start the second half. I wonder what they will come out doing right away, because speaking of things that were strange, that last drive for Cy Springs was strange. It was deep in their own end. You had two choices, really, with one timeout remaining and about 50 seconds to go. Try to move up the field as fast as you can, get 3 or 6, or go to the locker room. And it looked like O.J. Fagan's team was going to try to make something happen, then backed off of it and let the clock run out.
And to add to that point, the play clock ran out before the game clock, and they were just like, we'll go to the locker room. So don't see that too often, but back to action here. Cy Lakes will kick it off. They won the toss, elected to receive, so Cy Springs will get the ball to begin this third quarter. It's Norris doing the kicking, and he will send it deep, and this will be unreturnable.
So here are my two big questions for the second half for Cy Springs, mainly offensively. How much does Yogi Martin touch it, because he was very limited with his carries as far as distance in the first half? And how often do we see Jalen Barker having the ball thrown his way? Had the great touchdown catch in the first half, but he's also been held in check by the Cy Lakes defense.
We'll see what the Cy Lakes defense does on this drive as Cy Springs' offense takes the field. Again, it is Miles Hamilton, and perhaps the biggest news, we've touched on it a bit, is no Paris Melvin Jr. Tonight for Cy Springs. Does not help their cause. He's one of the more talented players in the entire district. But first and 10 from the 25 here for Cy Springs. It'll be a snap taken. They're going to zing it out on a quick pass, and making the catch is Donofrio Harris. He gets up to about the 31-yard line, so a gain of 6 on the quick receiver screen brings up second down and 4.
And Harris was the guy that we saw as option number 2 for Hamilton. Like we said, a lot of Barker in that first half. If you want to move the ball down the field, you got to throw up more number 12 and number 8 right there pulling it in.
Second down and 4 here for Cy Springs. Hamilton surveys the defense, sends a man in motion from left to right behind him, takes the snap, going to be a handoff, and again, going nowhere is Martin off the handoff. He's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Third down and 4 upcoming here for Cy Springs.
Yeah, Martin really has not broken one off tonight of any great distance. I think the longest run he's had tonight is 8 yards, and that was about with a minute and a half to go in the first quarter, Zach.
Third down and 4 here for Cy Springs. A big play. Cy Lakes showing blitz. Now they back off. Play clock down to 12 here as offensive line points out signals. They send a receiver in motion. Takes the snap. Hamilton, quick zing, up and caught, and that'll be a first down. What a catch that time through the sky for who else? Jalen Barker.
All right, well, option one is there in the right slot. A beautifully thrown ball from Hamilton and a key third down conversion on this opening drive for Cy Springs.
Back at it are the Panthers. 4 receivers. They're split evenly, 2 on either side, with a running back lined up to the left of Hamilton. That is Martin. Operating here just inside the right hash. Hard count for Hamilton. Takes the snap, zone read, handoff, and a burst of speed, but running into his own man, bottled up, and then a flag comes in. 2 flags come in. Martin initially stopped at the line of scrimmage, then kind of ran into his own blocker. But let's check the slew of flags.
Personal foul, face mask on the defense, number 4, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Yeah, the way Martin was sort of ending that play, you could see his side of the body basically turn a quarter to the left, and then the head was also reactive there. Another 15-yard penalty, though, tonight for Cy Lakes that keeps the Cy Springs drive moving forward here, Zach.
Cy Springs, again, trailing right now 10-7, exactly 10 minutes and counting to play here in the third quarter. So still a lot of football left. Springs, they send a man in motion. This will be a handoff to the receiver, and he's going nowhere. Way backwards on the stretch to Gabriel Sampson. Amiri Barnes, who plays both sides of the ball, comes up with the big tackle, and now Barnes struggling to get up here. So they will tend to Barnes. The medical staff comes on to check on him, and that would be a big loss for Cy Lakes if that were the case.
Yeah, he was one of the guys we were featured in the open talking about the linebackers, but also the secondary, and Barnes from that corner spot has been very influential down the stretch here for the Spartans.
9:38 to play here in this third quarter, and a 10-7 Cy Lakes lead. And Barnes pops up and will come off under his own power, collect a couple handshakes and high fives and fist bumps from his teammates as he comes off. So appears to be relatively okay.
A lot of hard hitting out there tonight.
Oh, yeah. So after the loss, it's going to be second down and 16 back at the 49-yard line. Still inside Cy Lakes territory, but Cy Springs for the moment going backwards. It'll be a 3-receiver set with a tight end here for Springs, or rather, excuse me, 4 receivers. They're split evenly on either side, 2 apiece. Takes the snap. Hamilton dropping back, hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. They tried to set up that inside screen to the running back, and Xavier Boudreau blew it up from the start. Never really even had a chance to develop. It's third down and 16.
Once again, the linebacking core of Cy Lakes bringing heavy pressure on the full-out blitz. Hamilton had no chance of making anything happen. Third down and long. Can Cy Lakes make another key stop?
Third and 16 officially. Trips receivers to the right side here for Hamilton. Hard count, looks over towards the sideline, switches Martin from his right to his left. 4 on the play clock. They send Martin in motion, down to 2, down to 1, and the center did not snap the ball. Everyone else moved.
False start on offense. Number 65, 5-yard penalty, replay, third down.
And Miles Hamilton is not a happy camper with his offensive line right now. So that turns a 3rd and 16 into 3rd and 21.
Each side has had a penalty on this drive. Cy Lakes with the 15-yard face mask to keep the drive going for Cy Springs, and now Cy Springs shooting themselves in the foot, and it's 3rd and very, very long now.
So Cy Springs now needing 21 yards to convert here on this third down. 4 receivers, trips to the right side. Hamilton takes the snap. He's under pressure, throws this one. There is a man down there, but it's too tall. Intended for Josiah Donofrio Harris. He had about a stride or two on his nearest defender, but the throw from Hamilton was way too tall for him. Incomplete, 4th and 21, punting unit on.
Not a bad idea, had his defender beat. That Cy Springs defense, though, answers the call on the first play of the first drive in this second half for Cy Springs.
9:24 to play here in the third quarter in a 10-7 ball game. Cy Lakes still in front. Heredia to punt this one away, and Lewis back deep to receive for the Spartans. Play clock down to 3. It's a low snap, but picked up, and a high spiraling kick will take a skip at the 20. It'll be fielded on a hop at the 13, and trying to turn to the outside is Lewis, and he'll get popped out of bounds at about the 16-yard line. So just a return of about 3 yards.
There's a lot of work for 3 yards.
Going to return. Blindside block on the return team, number 36. 10 yard. First down.
So that will back Cy Lakes up even more with the blindside block call. And the 16 would bring it back to the 6 unless it's half the distance.
I believe he said 10 yards, right?
He did say 10 yards, so. Now, they're going to do half the distance and put it at the 8. So
math was never our strong suit.
Never claimed it to be, and still don't claim that to this day.
We'll say this, though, penalties. The first half, we really didn't have many. We've had some big penalties here early on in the start of the second half.
So Cy Lakes back in on the field here, up by 3. 10-7 is the score, 9:11 to play in the third quarter. Alarcon, handoff to Fields, going off right tackle. Doesn't get very far up to the 10 before he's dragged down. Gain of 2 on the play, 2nd down and 8.
It's almost trench warfare right now. Both teams having a tough time trying to move the football. Both teams not helping their own cause with penalties.
Alarcon shouting out signals. Lines back up here, 3 receivers and a tight end. Another handoff and a good little push at first, but again, Fields not getting quite the push that he needed. Gets up to the 13-yard line. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 5. Cy Lakes deep in their own territory, and we have another player down for Cy Lakes. That's Dudley Quinn, one of the offensive linemen, as they'll check on him. .8:22 is where the clock is stopped here on an upcoming 3rd down and 5.
Might we see Courtney Lewis make an impact here on 3rd down?
That's been one of Alarcon's go-to targets, probably his top target at least in this game.
Yeah, he's beat Cameron Robertson, who's been covering him most of the night, too. So something to think about here while they continue to look at Quinn Dudley here.
And I think practicing snapping on the sideline right now, Amir Johnson is now snapping to Jimmy Alarcon, so this may shake up the offensive line a bit and bring in a new center.
Well, both centers have had problems with the ball tonight. We've had high snaps on each side.
So Alarcon and Johnson working things out on the sideline there as they continue to keep an eye on Dudley and tend to him. We'll go ahead and take a break here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the Collette King Team with REMAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate expertise right here in your community. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. Because with the Collette King Team, it's more than real estate. It's about giving you the attention and care you deserve. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team.
Veteran-owned and operated since 2003, Fire Reconstruction, Inc. is the top choice for restoration services to commercial and residential properties caused by fire, water, storms, and mold. They handle the entire process from structure repair, roofing mitigation, packing out, storing, and cleaning contents to give you peace of mind. Fire Reconstruction, Inc. has been vetted and are preferred vendors of most insurance companies and is a local business that supports the local community. Visit their website at fri24-7.com or give them a call at 281-859-3999. Fire Reconstruction, Inc. Better than before.
Hello, Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is your go-to place for wrapping, packing, and shipping. When you need UPS, FedEx, US Mail, or DHL, we'll find the most affordable and reliable option to meet your needs. Looking for notary or a private mailbox, maybe holiday gift wrapping? We've got you covered. Find us at 7710 Cherry Park Drive, right in the heart of Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is here for you. Packed with care, we'll get it there.
When Houston needs glass, Houston calls Northwest Glass and Mirror. From custom shower doors to sleek mirrors, from residential windows to commercial storefronts, we do it all with expert craftsmanship and hometown care. Family owned, trusted for over 40 years, and always standing behind our work. Northwest Glass and Mirror. Quality, clarity, and service you can see. Call today or visit us online. Northwest Glass and Mirror, Houston's clear choice.
So it did take a minute, but after that, Quinn Dudley did come off under his own power, which is good to see. And now it's a 3rd down and 5 here for Cy Lakes. The new center in the game, that's Amir Johnson. Alarcon, a hard count on 3rd and 5. Walks up to his offensive line, looks over, gets the signals from his coaches. Play clock is down to 5. They're going to have to snap it quick here. Now down to 3. Now down to 2. Alarcon gets it right as it hits 0. He's going to throw this one into the flat, and there's a fight for the football, and they say it's a catch and a 1st down for Cy Lakes. They are still hand fighting for that thing. Man, what a back and forth tilt between Crowder and, or rather was that, that was Watson making the catch and hanging on for dear life to try and prevent the interception.
First time we've called his name tonight. Picked up the 6 he needed for the 1st down.
Also listed as the backup quarterback. They're playing little receiver right now. Alarcon on 1st and 10. Quick throw and gets blasted and smacked down to the turf. Incomplete. Play just never really developed there. The pressure was on him way too fast, and so an incompletion there. It's 2nd down and 10 from the 19. Cy Lakes getting the play call in from the sideline here. 7:27 to play in the 3rd quarter. They lead 10-7. Going to send the man in motion, takes the snap. They're going to hand it off, trying to get some blockers in front of them, and look out. A nice little burst of speed there for Aquarius Crowder on the reverse play. Gets up to the 30-yard line where he's taken down. That's a gain of 11, and it'll move the chains for the Spartans.
How about the block there by Theo Fields around the 27-yard line to spring it there for another 6 to add to the 1st down.
So 1st and 10 from the 30 now for Cy Lakes. Alarcon gets the play call in. Will bark out signals to his offensive line. Now shift into reverse and stand at the 25 in the shotgun. Fields to his left. Bit of a low snap. Going to be a handoff to Fields. He'll try and turn the corner. Evades one shoestring tackle and then gets pushed out of bounds at the 38 off the right side on the near sideline. And that will be a healthy gain of 8 and bring up 2nd down and 2. Cy Lakes again started this drive at their own 8-yard line, so trying to put together a sustained scoring drive here. They're coming up on midfield. 4 receivers, they're bunched in pretty tight here. They're going to send one in motion. This will be a play action, trying to catch him a hit. There's the man down there, but it is incomplete. Intended target was Davian Ivey, kind of a play that developed a little awkwardly. And in the end, it's going to bring up 3rd down and 2.
Now, there was no one in the same zip code as Davian Ivey there. If that's a better thrown ball, that's 6. And at this rate, that might be enough to win the game at this point because no one is doing anything significantly on offense, Zach.
Yeah, both defenses have played exceptional today. 4 receivers spread. They're split evenly. Alarcon takes the snap. Handoff. Fields bounces to the outside off right tackle. He's got the first down and more. Still on his feet and stiff arms a man out of bounds. Inside Cy Springs territory. He needed 2. He got well more than that. Big gainer of 17, I believe, up to the 45-yard line inside Cy Springs territory for Theo Fields.
Maybe blocking there for Crowder is brought something to Fields' spirit here. He's had some good runs here the last couple of touches.
Another tight formation here on 1st down and 10. They're going to send the man in motion, hand it off to him again. That's Crowder trying to turn the corner. Flag comes in, and a big late hit, and now more flags come flying.
Something tells me this is of the 15-yard variety.
Maybe offsetting, though, if that initial flag was for holding on Cy Lakes, but we'll see. If that's the case, they would just redo the down.
We have multiple fouls on the play. Holding on the offense, number 74. That's going to be a 10-yard penalty. Dead ball, personal foul, late hit out of bounds on number 3, White. Those both penalties will be enforced. Replay first down.
So at the end of that, I guess that is a good point, is the late hit comes after the play was over, hence late hit. And
still Elijah Jackson should know better to do that. Too much at stake here.
So in the end, it turns into 1st and 10 from the 40. It's a net gain of 5 yards for Cy Lakes at the end of it.
10th play of the drive coming up here, Zach.
It's been a long, sustained one for Cy Lakes. Basically exactly what they want. Burn some time off the clock and a chance to go up 2 possessions. They lead 10-7 right now. Alarcon back into the shotgun. Fields lined up to his left. Alarcon looking, going to sling it. He's got a man down there, just a little too tall again for Ivy. He had him open, but again, just couldn't quite connect. And I believe actually that was Darius Watson was his intended target that time. Hard to tell 6 from 8 up here, Metco.
Those single numbers can always be tricky.
Especially when they line up right next to each other, which is what they're doing here on 2nd down and 10. Takes the snap. It's going to be another reverse, and this play not going anywhere, but there is a flag, and it might have been a face mask on Cy Springs. That was the reverse to Aquarius Crowder. I think this flag is going to be a face mask call on Cy Springs.
Personal foul, first mask. On the defense, number 45, 15-yard penalty, automatic, 1st down.
You might be not able to see the single-digit numbers, but you sure know the penalties when you see them, Zach. I'll give you credit for that.
So 15 yards, and that'll move it up to the 25-yard line. This drive is a meticulous one here for Cy Lakes.
Funny thing is, Zach, it's only taken a little more than 3 minutes off the clock. This drive started with 9:11 to go. We're under 6 in about 4 seconds here.
Alarcon, low snap, going to swing it out, caught by Fields, but Fields is going backwards into the bench. Things get slightly chippy along the sidelines, but that's going to be a loss of 6 back to the 31 in a play that just never fully developed at 2nd and 16.
Luke Reyes was right on top of him, and then he had some words for not only him, but that bench on the near side full of Spartans. Things have amped up in intensity, as you would suspect here, the final game of the regular season and playoff implications for both teams.
So 2nd down and 16 here for Cy Lakes as we roll under 5.5 minutes to play. They're going to send a man in motion. Alarcon going to keep it and evades the first level. Still going, trying to get past to the 20, 15 down to the 10, and shoved out of bounds there after a great long stretch run of 21 from the quarterback in a play that could have easily been bottled up for a loss.
We have not talked about Jimmy Alicon's speed tonight. That is by far the biggest gain that he has had, and he tiptoed meticulously down the near sideline, setting up first and goal, bringing up the 14th play of this drive, Zach.
Mastermind of a drive here right now for the Spartans, trying to cap it off with a touchdown. They're up by 3, 10-7 is the score, 5:13 to play. Low snap, Alarcon picks it up, maybe a busted play, but he's just going to take it in himself. Touchdown, Cy Lakes. Jimmy Alarcon, a 10-yard touchdown scamper, and the Spartans lead at 16-7. Metco, I don't know if that was how that play was drawn up.
I don't believe it was supposed to go that route, but you know what? In a situation that Cy Lakes finds themselves in, sometimes you got to be more lucky than good, and luck shining upon Jimmy Alarcon. Way to be able to see that play was busted. Find the wherewithal to take it to the left side of the line and punch it in for 6.
Some miscommunication here. I think Cy Lakes is missing a up man or a blocker, maybe. Norris will line up for the extra point. Good snap, good hold. Kick on the way and through, and Cy Lakes, with 5:06 to play in the third quarter, has scored 17 unanswered to take a 17-7 lead. We'll take a break here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the Collette King Team with REMAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate expertise right here in your community. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. Because with the Collette King Team, it's more than real estate. It's about giving you the attention and care you deserve. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team.
5:06 to go, third quarter. It's now a 10-point lead for Cy Lakes. The strength of a 14-play drive. Took a little more than 4 minutes off the clock. Jimmy Alarcon runs it in from 10 yards. What looked like a busted play, but you know what? You'll take it. You're up 17-7 on Cy Springs, and you are a quarter and 5 minutes away from going to the playoffs for the first time ever, Zach.
Norris to kick this one off for Cy Lakes, whose defense has played about as well as you could ask today. There's the kickoff. It will not be returnable. Takes a skip about 3 yards deep in the end zone for a touchback. And now Cy Springs just needs to get something going offensively. They've had bursts here and there, but, you know, their only score so far in this game, Metco, was because of that extremely short porch. And it was on a good third down, long kind of fade play into the end zone. That's really the only time that it feels like Cy Springs has really successfully stretched the field.
Yeah,
today.
but remember how that came about, because there was a Cy Lakes muffed punt that gave them the ball at the 29, and then they were able to punch it in with Barker. I see basically the same defense Cy Lakes going out there and executing that we saw last week when they took on Langham Creek and pulled off the win.
If Cy Lakes can hang on, what a 2-week run that would be, especially for the defense when they needed 2 wins to come up with them. And here's a handoff to Martin, who does not get past the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And again, that front 7 for Cy Lakes, Metco, been extremely tough to find any sort of wiggle room against.
Yeah, I'm just looking back at the drives tonight, and I do not really see an explosive run from Martin of anything more than maybe 8 or 9 yards tonight. Great job by the front 4 of Cy Lakes holding Mr. Martin in check.
Second down and 10, 4.5 to play here in the third quarter. Hamilton looks over to the sidelines for his play call. Now it comes in, takes the snap. He's going to throw it down the field. There is a man there, some hand fighting, and it's incomplete. Trying to go for a one-handed catch that time was Mason Curry. Couldn't quite get enough leverage on the one-handed catch. It was a good ball thrown by Hamilton, just maybe slightly too much on it, but still good defense nonetheless that time by Cy Lakes.
I was just going to say, we've seen some contact here tonight. Good for the officials for holding the flags in their pockets and not making this about them, letting the players go to battle here on the field on plays like that this evening.
We've only had one pass interference call in this game so far. That was a pretty blatant one. Send a man in motion here on 3rd down and 10. Cy Springs needing something. Zings it over the middle. Incomplete. Looking for Josiah Donofrio Harris, and instead it's a 3-and-out for the Cy Lakes defense, which is really starting to grind out this game here. Still a lot of football left to play, but Cy Springs' offense has really struggled to get anything going.
What's the old saying? Defense wins championships.
They also may get you playoff appearances.
They very well might. Exquisite defense from Cy Lakes, not only last week versus Langham, but it has carried over here tonight.
Heredion for the punt. You're going
to get great field position here if you're Cy Lakes. Don't have another muff
punt.
Oh,
it's a fake. It's a fake. They're going to try and run it, and this is going to be, I don't think he got it. I think he's short by a yard. Taken down at the 34-yard line. He needed the 35, and Cy Lakes has forced the turnover on downs off the fake punt.
I think that was Amari Roper who was trying to run it to the left side. Boy, Cy Lakes' defense and now their special teams making up for the muff punt earlier. They caught that fake punt just in time. They needed another 3 feet, did Cy Springs. They didn't have it. Excellent field position for Cy Lakes. And in some semblance, Zach, if you score here, you could put the game out of reach.
This could be Cy Lakes going for the knockout blow here. They're up by 10 with the ball at the Cy Springs 34. It's going to be a handoff. Field, stiff arm, outside, running into traffic. Bounces free and gets popped out of bounds for a loss at the 36. It's a loss of 2, 2nd down and 12 upcoming.
Look, I don't hate the fake punt call from O.J. Fagan, but you have, in essence, fed the beast that is this Cy Lakes defense tonight. Has been that way for the last 2 weeks. You've just made them more angry, and they have proven that they have made stops when it's mattered the most.
Back up to the line is the Cy Lakes offense here. 2nd down and 12. 3:57 to play in the 3rd quarter. Play action. Alarcon rolling out. Alarcon dances away from one tackle. Still going. A flag on the play. This could be for holding. Alarcon upended at the 15, but this is going to come back. There is yellow laundry in the backfield. Let's get the call from our official.
Holding on offense, number 58. 2-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay 2nd down.
Sort of makes that play from Alarcon at the end a moot point, but it was something to behold as he literally flew and then backflipped over the corner down the far sideline.
So 2nd and 12 becomes 2nd and 22 after the penalty. .347 to play here in the 3rd. 4-receiver spread here for Cy Lakes. 2 on either side of the line as they move from left to right on your radio dial. Alarcon takes the snap. Blitz coming. He's got time, though. Slings it on the post down the field, and it's just out of the outstretched arms of Aquarius Crowder, and it's 3rd and 22.
Yeah, he had Crowder, too. I mean, I was a bit surprised that they went for the home run ball there. It was only 2nd down. You didn't need to get it all back there. But now you've got 3rd and 22, and I feel we've had a few of these tonight, Zach.
Yep. 3:39 to play here before the 4th quarter gets rolling. Bunch formation this time. Only 1 receiver split out. There's still 4 of them, though. Trips to the left side. Alarcon takes the snap. He's under pressure, and he's going to go down for a sack. Way back at the 40-yard line, Jonathan Ijoma coming away with the big loss. And, man, did Cy Springs need that after failing on the fake punt attempt. Instead, they back Cy Lakes way up and force him to punt.
Boy, you ain't kidding.
4th and 33. If you were not going to convert on the fake punt, that was about as good as you could have asked for if you were Cy Springs. Here is the punt from Norris. Going to take a skip and a favorable one, and then it's muffed, and then it's picked up, and there's a flag on the play. Cy Lakes has it at the 5, inside the 5. What a mess. Nate Davis fell on it. Let's check the flag. It tipped off the hands of the return man for Cy Springs. What a mess. Let's sort all this out.
The key is what the flag is.
There's no foul on the play. First down.
Well, how about that?
And Cy Lakes takes over inside the 10 of Cy Springs.
Cy Lakes makes up for their own muff punt back in the first quarter. Davis, right place, right time, goes after it and then smothers it inside the 5-yard line. This has been another one of these some games, Bab.
2:56 left to play. First and goal from the 4 for Cy Lakes, trying to add to their 10-point lead.
That could be a backbreaker if this is punched in on the first play.
We're going to have a Wildcat set here. Jamercy Johnson in at the quarterback position. He's going to fake a handoff, take it up himself, trying to bowl over the middle, still pushing the pile. And another heave, and it's in. Touchdown, Cy Lakes. They got a last-second push. 23-7 Spartans.
Mercy. I mean, the entire Cy Lakes offensive line and the backs essentially willing Jamercy Johnson into the end zone. He looked like he was dead to rights at the 2, and then everybody comes together like a giant smorgasbord, and the team in red helps Johnson in what could be a back-breaking score in this contest.
Special teams unit on for the extra point. There's some confusion about said extra point. Play clock down to 3, down to 2. They get the snap off in time, and it's up and good. 2:45 to play in the third quarter. Cy Lakes in the driver's seat. They lead it 24-7 here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team. Veteran-owned and operated since 2003, Fire Reconstruction, Inc. is the top choice for restoration services to commercial and residential properties caused by fire, water, storms, and mold. They handle the entire process from structure repair, roofing mitigation, packing out, storing, and cleaning contents to give you peace of mind. Fire Reconstruction, Inc. has been vetted and are preferred vendors of most insurance companies and is a local business that supports the local community. Visit their website at fri24-7.com or give them a call at 281-859-3999. Fire Reconstruction, Inc. Better than before. .245 to play in the third quarter. Cy Lakes in front, 24-17. They take full advantage of the muff punt in the short porch and punch it in. 24 unanswered for the Spartans after giving up the opening touchdown of the game. Metco, this is all Cy Lakes at this point.
I feel like this is a repeat of what we saw last week, but it's not Cy Springs, or it's not Langham Creek having it happen to them. It's Cy Springs tonight.
And the Panthers trying to put together some sort of magic play here and sprinting through bodies and trying to turn the corner, and getting taken out of bounds is Ferris Lababda, the return man, who that could have been anywhere from a 20-yard return to a no-yard almost safety, and instead he'll work it up to the 17 by the time it's all said and done, make it the 18.
Cy Lakes with 6 more plus the extra point on a 6-play drive that took 1:15 off the clock, extended by that recovery off the muff punt inside the 5. A 4-yard touchdown from Jamercy Johnson with the help of pretty much everybody in red and white helping him into the end zone.
That's your Rapid Mailroom Drive wrap-up, as Cy Springs needs something now, and here comes Hamilton up the middle and taken down at the 26. Gain of about 24, excuse me, not the 26. So a gain of 6. It's 2nd down and 4. Clock also starting to work against Cy Springs a little bit here. Down by 17 and needing something. Blitz coming. They're going to swing it out. That one's caught. 1st down past the 30 and folded up there at the 31-yard line is Yogi Martin. Decent gain for him on the swing pass to the left. And it's 1st down for Cy Springs. $1:52 and counting to play here in the 3rd. Hamilton getting the signals from the sidelines. Now steps up and will line it up here. 4 receiver spread, 2 on either side as they move from right to left. Hamilton sends a man in motion. Takes the snap, dropping back, looking, dancing. Pocket collapses around him. He squirts free, though, and trying to turn the corner and gets taken down past the 1st down marker at the 44-yard line. Gain of 13 on the play that time. On the quarterback keeper from Hamilton, and now suddenly Cy Springs starting to get some bigger chunk plays that we haven't seen them get in a while, Medco.
Yeah, the running game has come to play here all of a sudden.
And I think Tyrone Carter just took his first timeout.
Defense, first short timeout of the half.
Not a bad idea. Slow things down, give your guys a break. Mentioned off the top when you were talking with O.J. Fagan, the head coach of Cy Springs, his 3 keys tonight to a win were protect the football, turnovers, and control the clock. With those first 2, that's been a little bit cattywampus here tonight. And the last one, the clock, I think for the most part, Cy Springs has done a decent enough job with that. Cy Lakes, when you talked with Coach Carter before the game, it was primarily run the football. And we have seen some outstanding runs tonight, but we've also seen better execution tonight for Cy Lakes. And this is a team, Zach, it's hard to believe the way that they're playing tonight that this school has never been in the playoffs. But these last 2 weeks, it has been a playoff feel. If they win tonight, I'd be concerned for whomever they're going to play in the first round, because in some respects they've already had 2 weeks to prepare and get that experience going into whoever they face in round 1 of the postseason.
Certainly it would be interesting to see who they get paired up with out of 15-6A in the first round. If they were to hang on and win and make the playoffs, they'd be facing likely a district champion from that side of the bracket, but you never know. Here's Hamilton. He's going to chuck it deep. There is a man there. That throw is on the money. Was it caught? Yes, it was. Inside the 20. What a snag by Ferris Lababda, and that was the best throw we have seen tonight for Miles Hamilton.
And he lost his chapeau on the play, too, so Ferris will have to come out for a play here. But, yes, that by far was Hamilton's best pass tonight.
So 1 minute to play here in the 3rd quarter. Cy Springs knocking on the door, trying to say they are not gone yet. And over towards the sidelines. They get the call in. Hamilton, 4 on the play clock, collects the snap, drops back, throws it on a fade towards the end zone, but it's intercepted! Intercepted! Turning it back the other way is Nate Davis. Davis to the 30, Davis to the 40. He cuts back, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, 105-yard interception return! Touchdown, Cy Lakes!
After a beautifully thrown ball on the last play from Hamilton, he let that one hang up in the atmosphere too long. Davis read it like an open book, picked up some key blocks around the 20, and then no one was going to track him down. And that might put the final nail in the coffin for the Panthers season with 25 seconds to go in the 3rd. And it might be enough to send Cy Lakes to the playoffs, Zach.
105 yards on the INT return, end zone to end zone. And it's 30-7. Extra point pending. What a game by this Cy Lakes defense. The extra point is good. 31-7 with 25 seconds left in the third quarter here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
Hello, Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is your go-to place for wrapping, packing, and shipping. When you need UPS, FedEx, US Mail, or DHL, we'll find the most affordable and reliable option to meet your needs. Looking for notary or private mailbox, maybe holiday gift wrapping? We've got you covered. Find us at 7710 Cherry Park Drive, right in the heart of Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is here for you. Packed with care, we'll get it there.
Nate Davis may have just put the nail in the coffin for Cy Lakes. A 105-yard interception return for a touchdown. And Cy Lakes is in front 31-7. They have rattled off 31 unanswered.
It's like deja vu all over again. Just different team. Last week it was Langham Creek. I wonder if Langham Creek got a hold of Cy Springs and went, hey, just so you know, this is what Cy Lakes can do. I didn't think we'd see a 105-yard pick six tonight. But again, when you and I are together, we always see something we don't think we're going to see.
Exactly. Final 25 seconds here of this third quarter. Norris to kick it off. Sends it deep. And it's going to be returned from about 5 yards deep by Lababda, and he makes one man miss, makes a second, hits the B button a couple times, and spins up past the 20 to the 21.
It is the B button still?
I think it's still the B button.
Okay, it's not the Y or X or some other button behind the controller or something?
If it's not the B button, then I just dated myself.
That's all right.
So returned all the way up to the 21. It's about a 26-yard return at the end of the day. But Cy Springs needs something to happen, and they need something to happen quick. 31-7, 18 seconds left here in the third. Cy Lakes in front.
Well, for Cy Springs, I don't want to say this is a must-score drive, but you got to find a way to respond after just allowing that to happen. The Davis 105-yard pick six. You had such a great drive, too. Hamilton was engaged again, so was Yogi.
Takes the snap, drops back to throw. Hamilton gonna zing it down the field, but way too tall for his intended target. Incomplete. Was looking for Ferris Lababda again, who's kind of been the long shot playmaker in this game or at least in this second half for Cy Springs.
I was going to say, we have not seen much of Jalen Barker here in the second half to this point.
Barker's still out there right now being covered by Amiri Barnes. Final 12 seconds here of this third quarter. Shotgun formation for Hamilton. He'll take the snap, looks up, throws this one, and it's almost picked off again. Wow. That would have been a walk-in touchdown for Khalil Costello, who jumped right in front of that play, but had it go off his mitts and fall harmlessly to the turf with 6 seconds to play before the half.
Oh, he's still angry with himself, too, Zach. That had pick six written all over it.
6 seconds to go in the third quarter, excuse me. That would have been a walk-in touchdown for Khalil Costello. Instead, it's 3rd and 10 for Cy Springs, trailing 31-7.
Springs just looks like they have no answer right now. The Panthers are very deflated.
And
delay game.
Clock ran out.
Delay game on offense. Number 18, 5-yard penalty, replay, 3rd down.
I mean, if that is not an example of how things have turned for Cy Springs, I don't know what is.
Just after that pick, you're getting close to scoring. You turn what albeit is a tough 17-point deficit into 10. You're right back in it, and the 105-yard pick six for Cy Lakes, and you could just feel the air come out of that Cy Springs sideline like a deflated balloon. 3rd down and 15 here. Final 5 seconds of the 3rd quarter. Hamilton zings it over the middle. It's going to be caught, but well short of a 1st down on the catch by LaBabda, and that will take us into the 4th quarter. So 12 minutes separate Cy Lakes from their first playoff appearance in school history. They're up 31-7. We'll all surround Coach Carter with the 4 fingers in the air and get a ovation from their fans as well here. 1 quarter left to play. 31-7, Cy Lakes leads Cy Springs here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
When Houston needs glass, Houston calls Northwest Glass and Mirror. From custom shower doors to sleek mirrors, from residential windows to commercial storefronts, we do it all with expert craftsmanship and hometown care. Family owned, trusted for over 40 years, and always standing behind our work. Northwest Glass and Mirror. Quality, clarity, and service you can see. Call today or visit us online. Northwest Glass and Mirror, Houston's clear choice.
Start of the 4th quarter here at Cy Fair FCU Stadium. Cy Lakes can smell a bit of history. They have not made the playoffs ever. They've had varsity football for 16 seasons. This year is number 16. Never have made the playoffs. And as the 4th quarter begins, they lead it over Cy Springs with a win-in-your-end scenario, 31-7. Zach Babb alongside Jason Metco. Final quarter getting underway, and on 4th and 9, Cy Springs is going to punt it away here. And you're probably going to see a grind out the clock sort of operation from Cy Lakes. Here's the punt. They don't even have anyone back to return, Cy Lakes does. They're just going to let it roll in past the 35, comes to rest at about the 32. And so, Cy Lakes, 11:46 to play here in the 4th quarter, in the driver's seat, trying to lock up their first playoff appearance in school history.
Forgive me for asking this again, but Coach Carter's 2nd season, what was his record last year?
Last year, he was 4-6. They're set at 4-5 right now. It'll only be a 1-game overall improvement, but enough to squeak into the postseason.
Oh, I don't know if this is squeaking in.
Not how this game has gone. It's going to be a handoff on the sweep. That sweep was, I believe, to the man they've been running the sweep through a lot today, and that is Arquarius Crowder. And now the clock continues to burn here, and Cy Lakes is up to the line.
This has been backs against the wall, run to the door, pound it once, pound it again, and they've been doing this for 2 weeks.
Takes the snap, handoff, Fields, going to cut inside, gets folded up at the 32. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 11.
And in a lot of ways, it's been almost 2 decades in the making to get to this point.
Alarcon, hard count. Now looks back over towards the sideline to get the play call in. Barks out signals to his offensive line, backs up into the shotgun once more. Alarcon going to throw here. He chucks it down the field. There is a man there, but it's incomplete. And someone's lid came off. Looks like that was the center who was injured earlier, Quinn Dudley. He'll have to, it won't really matter, and he's still barking at some Cy Springs players coming off the field.
Yeah, I don't think the helmet came off because of anything he did.
It certainly seems to be the case he's pleading. But the punting unit coming on here for Cy Lakes as they go 3 and out. So Cy Springs now needing a score here to try and get any sort of life going. Here's the punt. Bit of a chopper, takes a skip at the 31 and then goes out of bounds just beyond there at the 30. 10:18 to play in the fourth quarter. 31-7 Spartans.
I don't know what the answer is right now if you're O.J. Fagan and the Panthers. You've tried, I think, pretty much everything tonight. And look, this is not a knock on Hamilton. He's done well, but you do start to wonder if Paris Melvin Jr. was healthy, would that make a sizable impact here tonight? And I'm not entirely convinced that the answer to that would be yes.
Cy Lakes' defense has just played so well tonight. Certainly it adds a wrinkle, or a very big wrinkle in there if you do have Melvin Jr. available. Here's a throw to the outside, and another lid comes off from a Cy Springs player, and they're going to blow him dead for forward progress at the 36-yard line. So a gain of 6 on the little screen pass to the wideout. Having to check out is Donofrio Harris, who lost his lid, and clock will continue to run here as we roll under 10 minutes to play. It's 2nd down and 4.
I just think the linebackers tonight for the Spartans have been playing too good. Whether Melvin's out there or not, I don't really think that would be much of a factor.
Enough to cover a 24-point gap?
No, probably not.
And in motion, it's going to be a quarterback keeper for Hamilton, and he's got a burst of speed, gets tripped up. No, still going. 35, 30, 25, going to the outside and ducks out of bounds at the 20, and Cy Springs needed that from the quarterback Miles Hamilton. Big gain on the play, flip of the field, puts Cy Springs in the red zone.
Boy, if there's anything that can put a shot in your arm, it's your field general making a big play like that. Give credit to Hamilton. He knows the odds are against him, but he's not going to allow this thing just to end on a whim. He wants to finish this fight.
And his hands on his knees as he lines up here for the next play. He's going to zing this one out. It's going to be caught, and making one man miss, trying to run to the outside is Mason Curry. We'll get up to the 14-yard line, so a gain of 6 there. 2nd down and 4. Clock continues to melt away here at 9:12 and counting. 31-7 Spartans. Cy Springs lining back up. You can tell Hamilton's giving it everything he's got right now. Slings it out, big collision, ball popped free, but it's incomplete. They tried to hit Yogi Martin on the screen pass. And yeah, after every play right now, Hamilton he's bent over, hands on his knees, just huffing and puffing. He is giving it everything he has right now, even with this game looking at this point like it's well out of reach.
Trying to throw everything you can.
Give credit to the sophomore.
Yeah.
Takes the snap here. He's going to roll out left, trying to follow his blockers, and he's got enough for the first down before he's taken down right at the sticks at the 10.
Unfortunately for Hamilton and the Panthers, the clock is now the enemy as much as the Spartans are.
And I think as a timeout is taken, that might be Hamilton, who's down after this play.
Injury timeout.
Still some jawing back and forth across the field as both teams are sent back to their respective sideline huddles. Tyrone Carter having a word with one of those players who is jawing as he comes off. .8:50 to play. They continue to tend to the injured player. We'll go ahead and take a timeout here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Texas needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Timeout. All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Indeed, the injured player was Miles Hamilton. He'll check out, and Mason Curry is now going to play quarterback, the wide receiver. And now flags come in. Let's see what this is for.
Legal substitution on the offense, 12 men on the field. 5-yard penalty, we play first down.
And Cy Springs had one too many men on the field.
Goes from bad to worse. You just lost your quarterback, and then you got too many out there.
So Curry, the wide receiver, is the next man up on the depth chart here for Cy Springs. First and goal from the 15 for the Panthers. They send the tight end in motion right to left. Curry, handoff, Martin. It's past the 15 to the 12. Gain of 3 on the play. Second and goal from the 12. Clock continuing to tick, tick, tick here as we approach 8 minutes to play. 31 unanswered for Cy Lakes after going down 7-0. They lead at 31-7. Send the tight end in motion again. Curry with the snap again. Handoff. Martin trying to cut back. Nice patience, but then gets blasted at the 10 and folded up at the 9. And it brings up third down and goal. .744 and counting to play here. Cy Lakes on the precipice of their first playoff appearance in school history.
What a story.
Play clock down to 7. Curry takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself and go backwards. Cy Lakes picks him up. And literally picked him up off the ground, and that'll draw some the ire of some players. Got a little chippy down there, but cooler heads prevail again.
I think they were trying to reenact trying to remember the name of the move. I can't remember, but something that Captain Insano would have done from the Water Boy.
So fourth down and goal from the 11. We basically got nothing else left to do but to go for the end zone here if you're Cy Springs.
Yeah, I think so.
Play clock down to 5, down to 4, down to 3, down to 2. Curry takes the snap. He's going to throw a fade towards the end zone, and it is caught. Touchdown, Cy Springs. What a throw there by Mason Curry, listed as a wide receiver. Who else but Jalen Barker, his second touchdown catch of the game. It's 31-13 with 6:29 to play.
That was a beautifully thrown ball there. And Barker runs the fade route to the corner of the end zone, beat his man, and that's all well and good, but 6:29 and you're still down by a lot, Zach. Gonna go for 2 here.
Looks like they are. Curry lining up in the shotgun. Play clock down to 7. Takes the snap. He's going to roll out. Whistles and flags and early movement on Cy Springs.
Before the snap, false start on offense. 5-yard penalty, replay the down.
I wonder what's going through the mind of Coach Carter right now. And this team, so very close. Nearly 2 decades not being in any postseason in football. Just a tremendous job.
They'll now opt to go for the PAT here, the single extra point. And still some confusion. And they're going to run out of time again. This is going to be delay a game. So it's going from...
Delay a game on the offense. Number 84, 5-yard penalty, retry.
So this is going to turn into about a 30-yard extra point here, which is, standard operating procedure in the National Football League, not so much at the high school level.
O.G. Fagan telling you before the game one of the keys, control the clock. Too many delay games tonight.
Heredia on for a 30-yard extra point. And it's good. So 6:29 to play here in the fourth quarter. It's 31-14 Spartans up over the Panthers on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
Timeout. All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
6.5 minutes to play here in regulation. Cy Lakes leads Cy Springs 31-14. Trying to cruise this one into the dock for their first playoff appearance ever. You got to figure an onside kick is coming for Cy Lakes, or for Cy Springs, after that last touchdown drive that snapped 31 unanswered for Cy Lakes. And they've got 10 of their 11 guys within 20 yards of the kickoff spot here. Cy Lakes does, trying to stop the onside kick. Here it is. It's a high kick. Fair catch called for and made at the 36.
Lewis was ready for that one.
And now Cy Lakes will try and bring this train into the station here on this next drive.
Well, you mentioned the train in the station, the dock for the boat. Thing is, if you're Cy Lakes, you got to put fuel in, whether it's a train or a boat, because you are going into uncharted waters or new tracks, whichever analogy you want to go with. This team is playoff bound.
6:29 away from it officially. 1st and 10 from the 37. Pistol formation for Alarcon. Hands it off. Fields sheds one tackle. Stiff arms another. Still going. Still fighting a stiff arm and gets backward folded up at the 40-yard line. A big burst of speed there. And a solid 20-yard gain all the way up to the 39-yard line inside of Cy Springs territory. That clock continuing to melt away here.
Fields will be important when this team goes to the playoffs. So will Jimmy Alarcon. But the thing I let off tonight, the linebacking core, Butler, Costello, Barnes, one of the corners. That second and third level of defense is going to be scary for whoever Cy Lakes has to go up against.
And false start.
Everybody moved. No, I moved. No, you moved.
False start on offense. 5-yard penalty, replay, first down.
Love it when they always point and they blame the other person. It's like, we all know who it's on. You're not helping your cause. We know.
What's your opinion on the false start everyone but the center referee calls?
I don't have a problem with that.
I don't either.
Especially if everyone moved but the center.
I mean, technically, wouldn't it be on the center because he didn't know the snap count?
Yeah, but I also could see the argument of the quarterback's not committing a false start, so
yeah, it has to be another offensive lineman.
Yeah.
And if it's all four of them, then so be it. Here's
Exactly.
Alarcon with the handoff to Fields. Fields, a burst to the outside, 40, 30, 20, Fields, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, 44 yards. Cy Lakes can feel it now.
Hammer, meet, nail, meet, coffin. Fields
37-14 with 5:23 to play.
Fields finding the field, and just, I mean, it's clear that Cy Springs has nothing left in the tank. You feel bad for him because this is a team that's going to see back-to-back seasons making the playoffs end without going to a third straight one. Cy Lakes is the better team, though.
Extra point is up and good. There is a flag on the play.
I think this is offside.
More jawing going on. Players having to be separated a little bit. Let's check the flag.
Offsides on the defense. That penalty decline. Score's good.
So 5:23 to play here in the fourth quarter. 38-14. Cy Lakes on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the Collette King Team with REMAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate expertise right here in your community. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. Because with the Collette King Team, it's more than real estate. It's about giving you the attention and care you deserve. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team.
.523 left in regulation. We have some reportedly breaking news from down on the sidelines. Dustin Wynn, our excellent photographer, social media coordinator, does a little bit of everything for Varsity Wires, tells us up here in the booth that Lakes is set to travel to Magnolia next week for a round one matchup, assuming they can hang on here in a 38-14 lead for the next 5 minutes and 23 seconds.
You're still assuming that, huh?
You never know.
I'm going to call it.
Not fair.
Off to Magnolia.
There's the kickoff. High kick. Going to be returnable from about the 4. Dancing around, trying to create some space and running to the outside is Lababda. Out of bounds at the 33.
Well, what a 2 weeks this has been for Cy Lakes. You take on Langham Creek. I don't think many people really thought that that was going to be much of a contest, especially given Langham's recent history. And turned out to be that the Cy Lakes defense won that game. The Cy Lakes offense was a little bit off, I think it's fair to say, in that one. But tonight, Zach, both sides of the coin, offense and defense, have been, for the most part, on top of their game. What you need to be this time of the season.
5 receivers spread here for Cy Springs. It's still Curry in at quarterback. He'll take the snap. It's going to be deflected in the air and almost intercepted. It was popped sky high, and A.J. Glover almost came down with it. Set it 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, it's going to be real tough now for Cy Springs as Miles Hamilton, who I thought did everything he could and then some to try to will this team back into it, left on the last drive with an injury. It's just that kind of night, unfortunately, for the Panthers.
Curry, handoff to Yogi Martin. We'll get up to the 38. That brings up 3rd down and 5. Clock continuing to run here.
Good news for the Cy Springs fans is Yogi Martin's back next season. He'll have 1 more year.
Miles Hamilton's back. 4.5 minutes left to play here as now Cy Springs taking a little more time. It's going to be a handoff to Martin, and he'll get maybe a yard. So 4th down and 4. And Cy Springs is going to go for it as they don't have anything else really to lose here. Clock rolls under 4 minutes left. Takes the snap, drops back, hit as he throws. It's going to be caught in the flat, and Martin's got some space and runs out of bounds. Inside Cy Lake's territory at the 40. So Cy Springs keeps their drive alive. 38-14 Cy Lakes here. Sends the man in motion. They'll swing it out to him again, and he gets tattooed in the backfield. Martin goes down hard at the 44. And I think we have two injured players on this play.
Yeah, Martin is one.
I think the man who hit him is the other.
Mari Barnes is the guy who hit him, and he's down.
Barnes popped up. He's coming off the field under his own power, holding his left arm a little awkwardly. And they tend to Yogi Martin on the far sideline.
It's been a tough night for the skill position players for Cy Springs. Came into this one without Melvin. You've lost Hamilton, and now Martin's beat up.
We'll go ahead and take a break while they tend to Yogi Martin here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Texas. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the Collette King Team with REMAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate expertise right here in your community. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. Because with the Collette King Team, it's more than real estate. It's about giving you the attention and care you deserve. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team.
Yogi Martin helped to his feet, comes off the field under his own power. Good to see. But like you said before we went to break, Jason, Cy Springs, already shorthanded Paris Melvin Jr. just decimated at the skill positions today via injury. So he'll take the snap, rolls out, pump fake, throws, and tiptoe along the sideline. What a catch there. Making the snag that time was Josiah Donofrio-Harris. That'll bring up third down and about 3 from the 33. Clock continuing to roll here as we approach 3 minutes left in regulation. 4 receiver spread for Curry, the quarterback. In the game for the injured Miles Hamilton. Curry takes the snap, gonna throw, zings it down the field, has a man there, but incomplete. Good defensive play that time, intended for Jalen Barker, but Tyron Newton, good job in coverage that time.
One more play, and if Cy Springs can't turn it over, probably gonna see a bucket of some liquid substance being dumped on Coach Carter.
2:39 on a stop clock, 4th down and 3 here for Cy Springs. Cy Lakes 33. Curry takes the snap, handoff, and popping free and getting the first down is a new running back, Emijah Malvo, the sophomore. What a second effort there to keep the drive alive.
That was quite Yogi Martin-esque, being able to bounce off one guy and then find the near sideline. Good to see the sophomore get a touch here late stages of this one and their season.
Clock continues to roll. 2:23 and counting here to play. Look over at the sideline for Curry. Play clock down to 4, so some confusion, down to 1, and they're going to run out of time. And I think Cy Springs might have got a timeout in.
Timeout. Offense.
So again, the playoff picture in Cy Fair ISD will look like so. Cy Ranch in 16-6A. Cy Ranch, the district champion there. Bridgeland, Waller, and Cy Lakes will be your 4 representatives out of the 16-6A side of things. On the 17-6A side, it's already been decided for a week. Memorial, district champion there. You've got Cy Fair, Cy Falls, and Stratford as your playoff team. So those are your 8 out of the 2 districts that make up the CFISD landscape this year in the postseason.
Any surprises for you other than Cy Lakes?
Not particularly.
Oh, there's always one that crashes the party.
Yep, and it's the Spartans
this year.
Spartans this year. So on 1st and 10 from the 28. Takes the snap. This will be a handoff. Malveaux runs into a wall. It goes down, and that will take us to the 2-minute timeout.
2-minute timeout. 2-minute timeout.
We'll take it as well here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team. Veteran owned and operated since 2003, Fire Reconstruction Inc. is the top choice for restoration services to commercial and residential properties caused by fire, water, storms, and mold. They handle the entire process from structure repair, roofing mitigation, packing out, storing, and cleaning contents to give you peace of mind. Fire Reconstruction Inc. has been vetted and are preferred vendors of most insurance companies and is a local business that supports the local community. Visit their website at fri24-7.com or give them a call at 281-859-3999. Fire Reconstruction Inc. Better than before. .155 to play at the 2-minute timeout. 38-14, Cy Lakes in front of Cy Springs. Second down and 8 for the Panthers. Curry takes the snap. He's going to throw it. Looking, dancing. Throws this one on a frozen rope. It's incomplete. Tipped out of bounds. And it's 3rd down and 8 with $1:45 left to play. Make it 105 seconds, all that separates Cy Lakes from officially clinching their first playoff spot in school history. And what a wild ride it's been. Again, their 16th year of varsity football. 2010 was their first season, and for a while, Metco, it was bad. They did not have more than a 1-win season from 2010 to 2015. Here's a chuck towards the end zone, and it is in and out of the hands of the intended target, Jalen Barker. That brings up 4th down and 8.
How many years?
First 6 years of the program, they did not have more than 1 win a year.
Whew.
1-9, 1-9, 0-10, 1-9, 0-10, 1-9. They hired Ronald Patton, who's now the Associate Athletic Director at Cy Fair ISD. Things got better. 2-8, 5-5, 5-5, and then things kind of bottomed out again. 0-9 in 2020, 0-10 in 2021, and then 2-8 in 2022. They had 1 year of Marshall Green as their head coach, got them to 3-7.
Timeout. Offense. Second
Cy Springs going to line up here for a 44-yard field goal attempt, it looks like. And then Tyrone Carter coming in last year, 4-6, and then 5-5 this year in their first playoff appearance in program history.
And for these seniors, guys like Theo Fields, Courtney Lewis, Amari Barnes, to be associated with a program just struggling to make it to the postseason. Those young men, boy, tip of the cap for staying with it, grinding out, two-a-days, off-season, weeks like you didn't want to show up. These last 2 weeks for them probably feel like a dream in some respects. And the dream has been realized in 99 seconds.
So Cy Springs here will line up for a 43-yard field goal on 4th and 8. From off the right hash, that kick is fluttering, and it is through the uprights and good.
A little bit of spin and a little bit of English to the left on it, but it went through.
What a kick there for the field goal from Robert Heredia. And now Cy Lakes 93 seconds away. It's 38-17. Tyrone Carter probably going to get a Gatorade bath at some point. One of the assistant coaches is firing up the crowd. Hugs are being had on the sideline.
I mean, Coach Carter has to know that bath is coming at some point, right? How do you distract him enough to keep his mind off it temporarily while you have a couple guys go after the jug?
Special teams units coming on for both squads. Onside kick likely coming, though it's all really academic at this point. 38-17, Cy Lakes in front of Cy Springs, $1:33 to play. Tyrone Carter's got the headset off at this point. I think he might have it in the back of his head that a Gatorade bath might be coming. Don't ruin the electronics.
I don't see anyone making a move for it, though.
I don't either, but we'll see. Ball.
The little game on the offense, number 84. 5-yard penalty, free kick.
So back it up to the 35.
I feel like there have been too many of those tonight for Cy Springs.
Yeah.
One is bad enough. Wow,
And
that was loud.
There is turn off the ref mic, please. That hurt.
Check 1-2.
There's the onside kick. It is loose. Who recovered? Looks like Cy Lakes did. Tyron Newton falling on it. And the celebration can begin for Cy Lakes. Just need a couple kneel downs and this thing is over. And the Spartans will head to the playoffs for the first time in program history. I think I see the group who's going to go after the Gatorade jug, Metco. You see him down there? They're kind of blocking it from view.
Yes, I see it.
74-30. Victory formation here for Jimmy Alarcon and company. Yep, there's the lid's coming off the Gatorade. Alarcon takes a knee.
All right, you got to be smart about this. You don't want to spill on anybody else.
Clock burns, 1:20 left. The Gatorade jug the lid has come off. Haven't brought it across the field yet. Now, okay, there it goes. It's starting to move. That is a full Gatorade jug, by the way. One more knee is all it'll take. One of the assistants telling him the best way to pour it on Coach once they get it to him.
You got other coaches going, hurry up, we got to do this. Yeah, you're right, Zach. That is fully loaded. They've got 3 guys trying to pick the thing up.
They're trying to bring it over. They're bringing it over. Take the knee, and there's the Gatorade bath for Tyrone Carter. The final knee is off, and Cy Lakes, for the first time in program history, is headed to the postseason. They take down Cy Springs 38-17. This history here at Cy Fair FCU Stadium. The Cy Lake Spartans clinch a playoff berth. Post-game show is up next on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the Collette King Team with REMAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate expertise right here in your community. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. Because with the Collette King Team, it's more than real estate. It's about giving you the attention and care you deserve. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team.
Veteran owned and operated since 2003, Fire Reconstruction Inc. is the top choice for restoration services to commercial and residential properties caused by fire, water, storms, and mold. They handle the entire process from structure repair, roofing mitigation, packing out, storing, and cleaning contents to give you peace of mind. Fire Reconstruction Inc. has been vetted and are preferred vendors of most insurance companies and is a local business that supports the local community. Visit their website at fri24-7.com or give them a call at 281-859-3999. Fire Reconstruction Inc. Better than before.
Hello, Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is your go-to place for wrapping, packing, and shipping. When you need UPS, FedEx, US Mail, or DHL, we'll find the most affordable and reliable option to meet your needs. Looking for notary or a private mailbox, maybe holiday gift wrapping? We've got you covered. Find us at 7710 Cherry Park Drive, right in the heart of Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is here for you. Packed with care, we'll get it there.
When Houston needs glass, Houston calls Northwest Glass and Mirror. From custom shower doors to sleek mirrors, from residential windows to commercial storefronts, we do it all with expert craftsmanship and hometown care. Family owned, trusted for over 40 years, and always standing behind our work. Northwest Glass and Mirror. Quality, clarity, and service you can see. Call today or visit us online. Northwest Glass and Mirror, Houston's clear choice.
Welcome into the Rapid Mailroom post-game show. Cy Lakes in full celebratory mode. They're going to the playoffs for the first time in school history. Zach Babb alongside Jason Metco. We'll keep it brief. We're going to try and have some post-game interviews for you on the Varsity Wires social channels after this game. So we got to rush down there here pretty quick. So it's going to be a quick Rapid Mailroom wrap-up show. But
it's a rapid one.
It's a rapid wrap-up show as Jason just... So put a bow on this one. Unbelievable season from Cy Lakes. They're in the playoffs for the first time in school history. And they've been in playoff mode basically for the last 14 days. Fought through Langham Creek and then come up big here against Cy Springs, final day of the regular season. And they're in the postseason.
I mean, they have fought through so much, 16 years of futility. You mentioned it earlier, Zach, seasons where they barely won one game, the seasons where they didn't win any games. To get to this point of what Coach Carter has done in just 2 years, they have earned this. People are going to look at the record and go, okay, 5 wins, la-di-da. This is different, okay? This is a team that has worked very, very hard the last 2 weeks, especially when they basically had to win out to even have a chance. They did it both times. They have their opportunity. Magnolia is going to be a very good test for this team. There is no doubt about that. But if anyone can pull off a shocker in this district, I believe wholeheartedly it is this Spartan bunch, and wish them nothing but the best. It's a party for those kids tonight. It's a party for the parents. It's a party for the school district in general, just to see this group make it this far. And, you know, the alumni, too, people who went here for the last 16 years, wondering if this day would ever come. It's here, Zach.
Well, that'll do it for us for the regular season. Again, 38-17, the final score. Cy Lakes gets the win over Cy Springs. Jason Metco, appreciate you filling in admirably, as always, for Mac Honer. It was great working with you and Mac this season. Thanks for joining us.
You need me again. You know where I am. Enjoy the playoffs, though. Should be a lot of fun.
It should be. One last time, your final score. Cy Lakes 38, Cy Springs 17. From my broadcast partner, Jason Metco, this is Zach Babb saying good night from Cypress.